Hey there, Jets quarterback Zach Wilson here. This offseason, I had to spend a lot more time with my girlfriend than I really wanted to. So naturally, I reached out to my family and some of my family's friends. The more I spent time with my mom's friends, the more I realized mature people have a lot more life experience. If you're going to be an NFL quarterback, that's one thing that you need a lot of. That's when I decided to open a camp for like-minded young men to find themselves more life experience and how to figure out for themselves what older people truly have to offer. We've hired some of my mom's friends as well as some local New York housewives to teach and train you anything and everything you've ever wanted to learn. And this summer, we're going to be joined by a special guest. That's right, the one and only Tampa Bay housewife, Gisele Bündchen. Our dedicated 3-week program is guaranteed to leave you satisfied and feeling like you've gained 20 years of experience. Visit CougarCamp.com to gain your life experience today. And as a special offer, use code HOMIEHOPPER to gain 1 week of your stay free. And hell, I'll even throw in a free private study session for you and your mentors. What are you waiting for? Your parents will be so proud of the man you've become and the life experience that you will gain at Zach Wilson's Cougar Camp. Once again, use code HOMIEHOPPER to get your free week and exclusive study session today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the A-Gap Podcast. And now, your host, Colby.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the A-Gap Podcast. Today is Tuesday, October 4th, and boys, what a week of football it was. I say it every week, and we're going to get into it all night long. But first things first, I want to ask you guys, how are you guys doing? How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun, anything worthy of telling the boys in chat about?
Oh yeah, I spent Sunday and Monday camping at this awesome little campsite between Monterey and Santa Cruz. Oh, it was beautiful.
Ooh.
Big old open campground. So we were just playing Can Jam the whole time. Beach is about a 2-minute walk away.
Beautiful.
Drinking Coors with the boys. It was a good reset. I'm sun baked, but I'm fully refreshed, baby. So it was well
Wonderful.
worth it. Yeah.
Love that, dude. It's so beautiful down there. That's
I got a new spot for the boys. That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
go.
I went here for a bachelor party, and I could only think about our group coming down there and tearing it up as well. So I'm excited to show y'all. We'll get something going.
Hell yeah, dude. I feel like when you go to the beach, it's like that's one of those times where you're like, fuck yeah, I live in California. Like you
Yeah,
kind of almost
totally.
forget, and then you go down there and you're like, oh, this is what my state has to offer. This is fucking gorgeous.
And it's like, I mean, quite literally 2 minutes, and then you're in the woods, and it feels like, a totally different landscape. So I love it. You're right. It's totally one of those like, this is why moments. But yeah, dude, I got the spot. Can't wait to show y'all. I love Santa Cruz.
It is a beautiful place down there. Tom, what'd
I'm
you get into
also-
this weekend? Oh, go for it.
I'm
Go
also
for it.
really bad at podcasting. I need to go get myself a drink, and I will be right back. I
All
apologize.
right, deal. A little liquid gift of
Yeah.
gab, you know?
Grease the wheels a little bit.
Yeah,
There, you know?
hey, cheers to that. I'm already halfway done with the
Cheers.
one I got in front of me. So here we go. It's going to be a fun show. What'd you get into this weekend?
I as well was at the beach a lot this weekend. In the Southern California variety though.
Beautiful.
Was out in Los Angeles. And
okay,
went to the first day of Ohana Festival, which takes place in Tahiti. Oh, that's my alarm. I don't know
Tahiti?
why that's good. Tahiti is the name. It's like Tahiti Beach or something, but
Oh.
it's in Dana Point. So
Okay,
I was calling
okay.
it Dahoney, and then the chick that was cleaning up our room said Tahini, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was saying it wrong the whole time. So, but yeah, it was great. We saw Stevie Nicks was the big headliner that night. Never
that's
thought I'd
awesome.
see Stevie Nicks live. The festival takes place on a beach, so we got tired from walking around, so we just sat on these big bleachers to see the whole show. And it was awesome, man. It was a great time. Stevie Nicks is still rocking it, absolutely. Still doing her twirls with her shawls out there.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of tributes to Tom Petty along the way too, so that was awesome. It's just a great show overall. We spent Saturday, we went to Venice Beach and Santa Monica Boulevard and just walked around there. Hung out with our friend Ryan and Andrea and met their new son Huxley, who's he's like 8 months old. He's fucking adorable.
Just about the cutest baby.
Oh, dude, he is adorable, man. So happy. So that was great seeing them. It was a great trip. Me and Amber had a great time. So now we're back.
Hell yeah, man. That sounds like you guys had incredible weekends. Failgank wants to know though, Tommy said, I must have missed that text message. Where was the invite? Weird. Guess I'll check my spam.
It's in the mail. It's in the mail, Failgank. It's coming. Don't worry.
All right, deal. Sounds like Failgank went to the Fresno Zoo. That sounds pretty fucking cool. That's badass. We also have some Team Giselle and fuck Tom Brady in the chat. So it sounds like we're all Team Giselle here. So
I think so.
Shout out. Sounds like Zach Wilson's about to swoop in and get that piece. It seems like. We'll see. What did I do this weekend? I had a weekend of live music, like very eclectic live music. It was kind of fun. So on Thursday, I went to Emo Night, which was an absolute blast. They played all the hits you would ever think of from the middle to late 2000s at Harlow's in local venue in Sacramento. And nice. I guess it's like a touring thing that they do. It started here in Sacramento, and now they tour all around the country doing this Emo Night. And so every time they come to Sacramento, it's like their hometown show. It's a huge crowd. So it was an absolute blast. If you're in the area, check it out next time they come through. It is awesome. So did that on Thursday. And then on Saturday, went to a Bad Bunny like tribute show. I guess it was like a DJ show. It wasn't his actual concert. That's far too expensive. Also at Harlow's though. But it was a blast because Camille and I wanted to go see him. Camille is a massive Bad Bunny fan, loves his music, is like obsessed with him. And so we were thinking about going to see him in Oakland. Tickets were like $500. It was way too expensive. We had plans that night kind of, so it just didn't work out for us that way. But it was kind of cool. They were doing like a little DJ show. So we went to that, danced our ass off, had a blast there. And then Sunday night, went and watched football all day, obviously. And then at night, went to like a local, like kind of like a day party / it was like a electronic like bass music show. It was like Mr. Carmack, the librarian. So it was an absolute blast. So it was like 3 very different styles of music within like 4 days. And it was just a blast. Like I don't know. I haven't done that much live music in a while. So it was a very, very, very fun time. So we'll probably continue to do more shows like that in the future.
Awesome. I'm in your boat. I get to go to Aftershock this weekend, and so I'm super stoked to go get some live music.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
You're gonna go see Ghostman, dude, the metal rapper?
What day is that?
I don't know what day it is. I'd have to look it up. I'm not quite sure.
I think we have tickets for the entire weekend. I am unsure. I just have to double check.
Hell yeah.
But Saturday is the day. If there was ever a day to go see a show, if you wanted to see some really talented bands, that would be the day I would suggest.
All right. I might consider it because I'm actually going to have the house myself this weekend until Sunday. And then Sunday is actually my birthday. So I might be down to go. I might be down to go do something on Saturday. So yeah, that'll be fun. So yeah, happy birthday, me. I'm excited. Should be fun. I'm turning 31. I'm getting old. Not doing anything too big. Probably just inviting the boys over to watch some football. Gonna keep it low key.
Yes, sir.
31.
Exactly. 30 last year was a big thing. Did Coachella, did the whole festival. It was a blast. This year, take it easy. We're gonna take
low
it easy.
Key, dude.
Exactly, low key
for the rest of your life.
Take it easy.
Yeah, no. We're gonna run Coachella back maybe at like 35. I think is the plan. So we're gonna be planning it for 5 years. We'll see how it goes. Failgank wants to know. He said, "Excuse me, but none of you have commented on the new Chipotle meat option." Tom, I know you. Week? Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it. I think it was in the chat. I haven't tried it yet. I saw it was an option. Didn't try it though. I will say
it's mid.
Really?
Mid.
Okay.
I thought it was good, but a little chewy.
Okay, interesting.
These pieces were a little chewy for me.
Failgang said he missed it. Well, got to listen to the episodes back. They're all on YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, Apple Podcasts,
like 4 times.
Everywhere. All right. Well, enough small talk, boys. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. let's get into our week
Tom
4
Brady and
recap.
Giselle are getting a divorce. That's all we need to talk about for the next 2 hours. It's the biggest news in the entire world. Tom Brady. We all knew it was coming. Who saw this coming? We all saw it coming, right?
Wait, time out. So this is actual news. Tom Brady's actually getting
They-
divorced.
They
They
hired
got divorce
divorce lawyers is what is the
Yeah.
news.
Okay.
So the first step has been taken, I will say. So yeah, it's very interesting to see, and it kind of makes sense because he hasn't played super well this year. It seems like he's got a lot of other shit going on. So that might be what it is. Failgang saying the Miami Dolphins need to be investigated. That we are definitely going to be getting
It's on the
into
docket.
because that
So-
is pretty egregious.
So we can attribute 356 and 3 tuds to the fact that he now thinks that he's going to have a weight lifted off of him because he has a divorce lawyer and he knows the process has started. Is this what we're confirming right here on the AGAP podcast?
We might have to, yeah.
Wow.
Breaking news.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, Shannon Sharp's on Twitter calling it out. Camille said she's going to curse him good. She is a witch. I don't know if you guys knew this. Confirmed on TikTok.
Huh.
There are like multiple TikToks saying that like Giselle is a witch and she does like manifesting things for him to have good games. And
Not to be
now
trifled with then.
maybe she's like already fucking with him and that's why his performance isn't great or is okay.
Well, so then to break the curse, was it just hire a divorce lawyer and then all of a sudden the curse is lifted, or
I don't know. I have no clue how to
all I'm saying
undo
is
curses.
356 and 3 tuds. So something, it feels right in the
That's
Brady
fair.
household.
That's fair.
But also don't fuck with the witch.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
fuck with the witch.
Don't fuck with the witch. Failgang said I watched Hocus Pocus 2 and Giselle was not in it. Confirmed.
Oh, well, there you go. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Gisela and
Oh my
Stevie
God.
in the same coven. Yeah, we got some witch talk going on here.
It is,
But-
it's October, It is the
Exactly.
season,
It's
you know?
spooky
It's the
season. It's
season.
spooky
Yeah.
season. It is our first spooky episode. We should have maybe. Well, we might have to do some costumes later in October. We'll figure that out offline.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
all right, let's get into our studs and duds. For those of you that aren't watching us live or you've been really patiently waiting for Matt's voice, Matt is not going to be joining us tonight. He's feeling a little under the weather, so he's taking the night off. But we have his picks for studs and duds, and we do have his picks for later in the show. So you're gonna have to wait one more week for him to hear his beautiful voice.
Get
all right.
well, Maddie.
Get well, Matt. We love you, bud. Hydrate, relax on the couch, take your time off,
Gotcha.
dude. You deserve it. All right. Fuck it. I'll go ahead and start us off. My first stud of the week. I'm gonna go with a guy that I think we've all kind of been waiting for to pop off. Austin Eckler. Finally. For
Yeah.
those of you that drafted him, spent a lot of money for him in those salary drafts. He finally popped off for you. He had 13 carries for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns, and had 6 receptions for 50 yards and a touchdown. So 3 total touchdowns for Austin Eckler this week. It finally happened. I think Herbert probably watched some of the film from the week previous and saw that Eckler was open almost every play on just a little 5-yard out, and then let him play, let him go do what he needs to do. So he popped off once and for all finally. So thank you, Austin Eckler. I have you in a league. Ignore none requested. So I appreciate it. Hopefully we can keep it going.
Ignored none requested. I went against him in a league, and that team scored all the points. It was actually producer Kevin. Congratulations.
Oh, there you go, Kevin getting a dub. I beat him in our side league, so he's kind of happy, kind of sad.
I was undefeated, so thanks a lot, Kevin.
Oh, yikes. Well, there it goes.
Right.
It was a wild game, though. It was the Chargers scored 20 points in the second quarter and absolutely popped off, and the Texans were just fighting their way back. And the Chargers didn't look super great in the second half, mostly just because they were probably running the ball, trying to use Eckler, wind out the clock. But very interesting game down
back,
there.
right?
They kind of came back. It was final
Collins was involved.
34-24.
Damian Pierce.
Yeah,
Damian
Damian Pierce had a
Pierce,
big
dude.
game. Big game. He had 14 carries, 131 yards, and a tutty. That's another one that I think
Huge.
finally kind of paid off for people that drafted him quite early, I would say, for where he was kind of
He's
projected
looking like a
to
stud
go.
too. I mean, he's like I
Oh,
would
yeah.
say, especially if he's like the best offensive player on that team. I'm feeling like Damian Pierce train going to be riding. So it's all they
Yeah.
got.
Oh,
Had their
yeah.
best offensive play of the game, 75-yard run, just down the right side. See you
Boom.
later. Nobody can catch me. It's just, kid's a stud. It's going to be fun to watch him grow. But yeah, Houston made it interesting at the end, but like you said, about time Austin Eckler was a part of the offense in more than one. Like, the guy can run the ball, the guy can catch the ball. As soon as Keenan Allen went down, I don't know why he wasn't a focal point on the offense, but I think the Chargers like to abandon the run a little too early. But at least they let the guy eat this week. So I hope they keep that train rolling.
Me too. All right, who wants to go next on studs?
I'll go last because I'm going to convince you guys about this individual being a top 10 quarterback.
Ooh,
all right.
Okay.
There you go.
A little tease. I like it.
My stud is actually a coach. I'm going to say Bill Belichick.
Wow.
We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the Patriots going into Lambeau, a game that we all said that line was crazy. I may have lost a couple units on the fact that the Patriots were shockingly better. Yeah. And I didn't get it. I was like, I wasn't paying attention to the game, and I saw it later. I was like, how did Brian Hoyer score all these points? And of course he didn't. Some random ass third string quarterback coming in there and just
Bailey Zapp.
Zappy,
dude. Zappy or Zap?
Zappy. I think it's Zappy. Yeah, Zappy.
Yeah. So I just got to say, Bill Belichick, obviously we know what he's done with Tom Brady, all the world championships, future Hall of Famer, of course. Taking a team into Lambeau, a third string quarterback, and making it such a close game going to OT against Aaron Rodgers, and that defense is pretty fucking impressive. So I got to give it up to Bill Belichick. Obviously, the Packers still won, failed gank, and they're still the better team. We all knew that. But when Vegas thinks you're supposed to win by 10 plus, and you go to OT and win by a field goal, not a good look. Not a good look for the Packers. I'd say Patriots are frisky, if not more than that. And I think they are not going to die easy this season.
Yeah, I agree. I think Belichick had a great coaching. If you look at the way they spread the ball rushing, Damian Harris, 18 carries, 86 yards. Ramondre Stevenson, 14 carries, 66 yards. Also, they're going to go play the Lions next week. If you got either of those two backs, start them. That's my take for that game. I mean, they can know how to rush the ball. Zappy can efficiently run an offense. I mean, he was 10 for 15, 99 yards, a touchdown. Didn't have any picks, didn't have any fumbles. Failgank did make a good point in the chat that his longest throw of the game should not have counted because it was well after the play clock had expired. And I think the reason why it happened is they got to delay a game, the play previous. And so then they were giving him kind of a little bit of leeway. It was a good 2.5 to 3 seconds after the play clock had expired. He snaps the ball, throws for a touchdown. I think it was like a 25-yard touchdown, so not super long, but it probably shouldn't have counted. So if I was a Packers fan, I would have been pissed. And even Tony Romo on the call was saying, if you're a Packers fan at home, you have every right to be mad because that is absolutely a delay game. So it was pretty nuts. And as Tom, you kind of alluded to, Failgank agrees. They have you were talking about obviously the game line, but Failgank saying they have a beefy O-line. They know how to rush the ball. They know how to protect their quarterback. So good on you, Bill Belichick. Good on you.
Coach well.
Very well done. All right,
Absolutely.
John, time to convince us. Who you got?
All right, boys. Let me take you to a little, actually, one of our NFC West rivals. That's right. I'm talking about the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm going to tell you why Geno Smith is a top 10 quarterback right now.
Holy shit.
Okay.
I understand, and I'm going to preface this with, I understand that, and also I kind of want to point this out. If the Lions continue to just shotgun blast themselves in the foot with I think they're like a top 10 offense right now, and their defense
is number one scoring team in the NFL. I think I heard that correctly. They have scored more points in 4 weeks than any other team.
So a top 5
the
offense.
Seahawks?
Statistically.
Lions.
No, the Lions.
Oh, Lions. Yeah, sorry, I was reading something else.
They are going to continually shotgun blast themselves in the foot with the literal worst defense in the league. So I just wanted to bring that up. And I understand that Geno has this kind of line against this kind of defense, but his numbers in previous games are also something that we should take into account. This game, 320 yards through the air, 2 tuds, 7 rushes, 1 tud, stud, great game. But let me give you the reason why I think he's a top 10 QB right now. He's 8th in target throw rate right now, on target throw rate. So he's hitting his targets, and he's also 6th in designed rushing for QBs. So they're going to him knowing that he can produce both arms, both legs. Now let me give you the meat and potatoes. 6th in QBR, 5th in yards per attempt, and he's the 1st in completion rate in the league right now.
Wow.
Whoa.
This guy's a top 10 quarterback right now, and I am all about it because I was a Geno Smith fan when he came to the Jets. I've been hoping for a resurgence. I'm sad that it's the Seahawks, but Geno Smith, stud of the week.
Damn. All right.
Huge, dude.
You backed it with some numbers too. I thought it was just going to be full on. I like this guy, but I had no clue he was that highly ranked in those categories.
Bro, I've been waiting for Geno to have a shot to come back in and show it. I mean, he was so hyped up out of West Virginia. And then when he came to the Jets, I was in New York, surrounded by Jets fans. And it's just a New York fan base. If you don't, it's what have you done for me today? What have you done for me lately? And he was a young guy, not a lot of pieces, came in well underproduced, and New York let him have it. So to see him go to Seattle and battle against Drew Lock and come into a fan base that was already going to be real sad because their QB was gone, and here he is putting up numbers, big time numbers. Come on, man. Let's go, Geno. I'm hoping for a good year.
The NFC West is getting a little bit more unique by the second here, right? It's like we got the sorry ass Rams, which we're gonna go over, right? Niners are obviously feeling good, and then the Cardinals, like Cliff Kingsbury, I think that guy might not even have a job by fucking week 12, dude. If this team keeps underperforming.
We talked about it, right? Probably the number one hot seat is in Arizona. I agree with you, and this whole division has been. I mean, shit. Trey Lance is going to go out. Jimmy's going to be the quarterback. Geno's going to have a resurgent year. All of these things that you like at the beginning of the year that you start talking about, people go, "You're crazy. You're a psycho. Yeah. This is not going to happen." And yet here we are. Like you said, it's unique.
It's very unique. We have a chat. Nicholas wants to know Stephon Diggs, Trevor Lawrence, and AJ Dillon for DeAndre Swift, Michael Thomas, and Treylon Burks. He needs a running back. I think Failgang kind of has it right. Yeah, Swift and Michael Thomas both dealing with some injuries. Swift will probably sit next week, and then they have a bye. So if you get him this week, you will have to wait 2 weeks to start him and see those results. So I love Swift. I have him in 2 leagues. However, if you can get Jamal, maybe get Jamal for a couple weeks, finesse him through a trade somehow. But yeah, I think giving up Diggs is tough. Trevor Lawrence, absolutely, yeah. Give away a quarterback, that's fine. You can always stream if you want. AJ Dillon
sucks.
Yeah, Dillon's
I
not great.
Him way too fucking high. Yeah, I'm not a fan right now.
I
blame Failgang.
Yeah, everybody was expecting, I think, Aaron Jones to get hurt, and he's still that dog. Like, he still looks great. And if he can stay healthy, I think the reason he's staying so healthy is because AJ Dillon can come in when he's tired and take a few of those reps away from him, but he's still getting the most out of those reps. So, I'm not 100% sold on giving away Diggs. However, giving away Trevor Lawrence and Dillon for Swift, Michael Thomas, and Treylon Burks, that could work in the long run. I think Treylon Burks is getting more and more options and more looks. However, just that Titans offense is so dependent on Derrick Henry and running the ball, especially in the red zone, that he might not get as many red zone looks as a guy like Diggs or even AJ Dillon. So
I see it as if you feel like you can lose Diggs to gain what is a top 5 running back when healthy and Swift, I'd say take it. Especially if you're doing pretty well so far this season, like you won a couple of games and you're kind of on the path of like, how do I prep my team for a playoff run? Then it feels solid. Obviously, it sucks to give up Diggs, but if you're willing to move him, you probably have some other wide receivers you're willing to keep. So I might lean towards yes, just because of the future. I think Swift will be the guy and may win championships.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Diggs kind of goes into like what Failgank is kind of putting in right now. He's just so explosive, and he's kind of one of those guys that if I got him, he's pretty untouchable. I don't think I would have to. If you can somehow swing that though, like take Diggs out and you could do, Trevor Lawrence, AJ Dillon for, shit. Just those two. Just get rid of those two. But Diggs for me, I don't know.
Tough sell.
Yeah,
He's one of the best.
But for that trade to happen, Diggs might have to be in there. It's like, but for me, I see more explosiveness out of Diggs.
Yeah, same. But I want to know what your other wide receivers are. Let us know in the chat. And if you have 2 other good wide receivers, you can maybe make it happen.
He's got Debo and Christian Kirk. That's my guess.
Oh, okay. That might work. All right. With Matt being gone, we still have his list for studs and duds. So I'm going to give one of his studs right now. He picked Jared Goff. So he has Jared Goff.
Do it.
Oh, Cup and Sutton. Okay.
Do it.
That's
That feels like a solid one too.
Yeah, that's a solid one
good.
too. And if you can get an top RB5, that might be fucking worth it. I say go for it because Sutton is definitely trending a lot better than Jerry Jeudy. Are you in like a 4-man league? Because that is a crazy team.
It feels like a 10 with maybe 2 people that don't know what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. So Matt is going to take Jared Goff for one of his studs. Jared Goff, obviously in that absolute massive shootout, highest scoring game in the season thus far. Jared Goff had 378 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, and he did it without Amon-Ra St. Brown. What a game.
That was nuts.
And this even, I'm going to kind of piggyback off of Matt's pick and go with one of my studs, TJ Hawkinson, who had an insane game, especially for a tight end. I looked it up. It was like a top 15 tight end performance. There were obviously a lot of other 200 plus multiple touchdown games, but TJ Hawkinson, 8 receptions, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was a Detroit Lions franchise record for receiving yards for a tight end. So well done, TJ Hawkinson. Also another guy that he is drafted kind of in that like late second tier of tight ends, of guys that you can, it's like, okay, TJ Hawkinson's like the last guy I'm going to get until it gets really dark in the tight end space. And he's been having like decent games. This game was insane. I also would say though, like could be a great week to maybe try and trade him high if you want to. Because I don't think this production continues, especially if Amon-Ra St. Brown comes back. But I love Hawkinson. I'm going to keep him. But I don't know. Might be something to consider.
It's not that many options, right? If you've got Hawk, obviously now you've seen the ceiling, and there probably ain't a whole lot of tight ends besides Travis Kelce that are going to compete on that level. So like, fuck it, ride it out, dude. Unless you can get something crazy and you got like Freiermuth on your bench or Goddard on your bench or something like that, you can trade for Swift or Diggs. You know, that's the best case scenario.
Yeah. I don't think anybody made this guy on their studs list. He could have been on the list every week. Kyle Pitts. He had one good week, I think, last week. He's been bad.
He's been so bad, dude.
He's been so bad. I feel so bad for people that
doghouse right now, right? It feels like it's doghouse shit. Like they're just not throwing him the ball. Like I don't know.
It's weird.
It's shocking. I think Arthur Smith. Let's talk about. Can we transition to the Falcons? I don't even know if we have any studs and duds, but the fucking Falcons, man. I've now picked them twice. Yeah, and they have won both times. I have 2 Falcons fans in my life. One of them obviously wants them to win all the time. The other one's like, no, dude, we've got to like get a better pick. We got to tank. And he's like pissed off and they're winning. Yeah, because Marcus Mariota is the starting quarterback and he wants a better one. Yeah, Bryce Young's looking at him. So I think Arthur Smith's got those players playing hard. It's going to be very interesting now that Cordell Patterson is now going to be out for at least a little bit. I think it's Al-Jair is the guy now. He's the new guy in Atlanta.
Caleb Hunt. Oh yeah, there's Tyler Al-Jair and Caleb Huntley as well.
There it is.
They kind of split the carries after Cordell got hurt.
They're frisky, man. You got to watch out. I think, and then the other thing, Arthur Smith just ran the ball a fuck ton. He knows what his team is good at, and he doesn't give a shit. He's going to run the ball as many times as it takes to win the game.
Yeah, dude, I like the Falcons. They're feisty. Obviously, you know I'm a Mariota fan, so it's been kind of fun to watch him like scrap out these games, especially like against the Browns. Those teams are extremely evenly matched, I would say. I mean, granted, probably not from like a I know all their players standpoint, but if you look at skill positions, kind of close in theory. So I don't know. It was a very fun game to watch. It wasn't on Red Zone all the time, but when it was electric. So great game between the Falcons and Browns. I will say, Fail Gang wants us to say, fuck Darren Waller. He was in my duds last week. Also this week, not a great performance.
This week?
Yeah, not a great performance. So you have him in both leagues. I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll pick up. I think the Raiders finally figured out like a winning formula this week. So hopefully they can keep it going because it's going to be tough. They got the Chiefs next week. So we'll see how that goes.
I think we're going to see some points. I think Monday night's going to have some points. I still, spoiler alert, I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I think the Raiders are. I think the Raiders are going to play competitive ball. That's for sure.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Shocker of the year.
Yeah. All right, Tom, who you got for your second stud?
All right, well, let's talk about the greatest goddamn football team in the league right now. Your 4-0 Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Dougie P comes back to the link. Gets a standing ovation from the crowd. Of course, the man's The man's got a statue in front of him in front of the stadium. Turns out he's never even seen it. He's never even seen it himself. He got asked by a reporter. He's like, oh, it's a great honor, but I've never seen it personally. The man is in front of the building. Of course, we cheer him. And just for that, the Eagles said, you know what? Let's make this fun for Dougie P. And we gave up those 14 points in the first quarter. Then after that, it was all Eagles, baby. And what was the best part about this, too, is we haven't seen this team be down and have to come back, especially in a shitty, wet rain game. Niners fans know how those go.
Yep.
And they just all of a sudden reverted back to what made them good last year, which is just this badass running team, man. Miles Sanders, we were talking about different Batmans on this team, and I'm calling fucking Miles Sanders Rain Batman because that guy went off once it became that was the strategy for the day. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. He was the best player on the field, and it wasn't even close. So my guy is Miles Sanders. All the haters fucking quieten him down. He's top 5 in the league in rushing yards this season.
Damn.
And he's going to keep that shit moving as they get later in the season. The running game is going to matter even more. So Miles Sanders, 4-0, baby. Fly Eagles fly. I got a New Jersey.
Oh, that's right. You got your Kelsey jersey on. Let's go.
It looks good.
Let's go, dude.
Rocking it, my guy.
All right,
Looking good.
Dude.
Give me your best Kelsey quote from the speech.
Hungry dogs run faster.
There it is. All right.
That's the classic one.
Hell yeah. Oh man. Yeah, hell of a game. It was a little scary after those first 2 touchdowns because it was like I didn't know if they were going to come back in the rain, and it kept getting worse. And it was like, oh wait, Jalen Hurts actually has arm power. He can throw the ball through the rain. And yeah, they like you said, Miles Sanders, give him the rock, and he absolutely dominated. So
And AJ too. You wonder why the Eagles pay so much money for the guy. He's still so fucking important to that offense when he really needs a catch. It's going to AJ. Devontae had a couple of targets he dropped, but it's a rain game. He's going to get better, I really think, in that situation. So AJ, though, knew what to do. Yeah, and yes, I know, Fail Gang, my fantasy teams, it was a little bit dicier, let's just say, this week for the Hertz Locker group. But we found a way,
There you go. We got to find a way. Kevin also said, first-time caller, long-time listener. How do I look in my family in the eyes with the fantasy record I have across 5 leagues? Oh God. You lie.
There's numbers
you
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also numbers that you can call that will help you. So
that
just
is
get with us
true.
offline. We'll hook you up, man.
Yeah.
We're here for you. This is a hard time and we understand it.
Always call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, there you go. Easy. Or like 1420-6969 is another good one as well. I think that quarterback mutual insurance.
Absolutely.
All right, John, who else you got for a stud?
Well, I'm going to start with actually a couple honorable mentions that I think we can talk about just because Tom was talking about his team. I want to talk about the Niners defense right now.
Let's go.
It was
a
crazy
game, boys.
Game. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, I was more than happy, especially with the defense. It's just the record doesn't reflect it, but I think that we probably have a top 3 defense in the league right now. We're definitely third as far as defensive efficiency is concerned. So, the stats are there, but man, I said it last week. Talanoa Hufanga is one of my favorite players to watch right now. He's electric. He always seems to be making huge plays week in, week out. And then also Nick Bosa, dude, the man is a machine and it's crazy. Matt even put a joke in there, and it's almost not even a joke at this point about the amount of holding that people get away with on this man. And he still comes in and produces 2 sacks. I think he had a couple other tackles as well. Man, defense is so fun to watch right now for the Niners.
I want to ask. I have a question. For the Niners fans. What really did it? Like, obviously last year they had a good defense, but it feels like they've really jumped it up a notch. I was kind of thinking maybe because the offense is kind of trying to figure it out, the defense is stepping up. So what do you think the difference is this year for the Niners defense?
I think Charvarius Ward was a very underrated signing. He's come in and produced at a really high tick and was already a proven back when he came over from Kansas City. But, I mean, for us to sign him and for him to come in and produce has been awesome. Lenore has had great games, and he is starting to show up too. Another really young guy on the defense. Dre Greenlaw was all over the field. This linebacking core didn't get any worse. Fred was all over the field, and Greenlaw was all over the field. Greenlaw finished with like 18 tackles or something like that. He was doing everything. So the defense was, I mean, it's always just kind of been next man up. I don't know. We have all these great draft picks that sit in the room and they wait behind these other great draft picks. And when they get their shot to play, they produce. And I truly think that this defense is just good additions. Obviously, getting guys like Bosa back and getting Armstead healthy again. I truly believe that this is a number. I mean, 1 or 2 defense, truly again. And I don't know. It seems like it's always been that way.
I think
talk
we're
about
the best.
I'll go for Colby.
I would say I think we're the best defense in the league. I mean, if you look at efficiency, if you look at, I believe I saw a stat also right now. If you're a Niners fan and you're just like really wanting to look at some 49ers defense porn, go to Richard Sherman's Twitter page. All he does is retweet like defensive Niners stuff, especially after the game last night. He loves the Niners defense, and I love that he's just a hardcore Niners fan now because we treated him well. But he's been retweeting some stuff. I'm just pulling some stats literally directly off his Twitter. Nick Bosa currently leads the NFL with 30 quarterback pressures. Micah Parsons is the next with only 22. Bosa also leads the league in sacks with 6. He has PFF pass rush productivity rating 15.5, which is number 1 in the league. Pass rush win rate 29.3% and pressure rate 25.9%. Basically all number 1 in the league. He's also 6 sacks, 23 pressures, and 163 times he's been held. That's not true. It's not an actual fact, but it seems like it. If you watch him every single play, he's getting held and he still gets pressure. The guy's an absolute animal. You cannot stop him. To answer your question, I think John hit on a lot of it, and we're just healthy. At the end of the day, we had so many injuries on the defensive side of the ball last year. So finally healthy, finally firing on all cylinders. And D'Amico Ryan's coming back was massive. If he left, defense would have been good, not great. He's coming back. They're going to be great, and he's going to be gone next year. So they need to make something happen of it this year. So
he's going to be the Carolina Panthers head coach. He's going to be the Washington Commanders head coach. He's going to be he would never be the Arizona Cardinals coach, right?
No, I don't know. I don't think you can do that. Maybe
he might. You go from a hotshot offensive college coach to a fucking
team?
defensive. Defensive. JJ Watt was fucking. JJ Watt's heart would stop. How excited he'd be.
Too soon, Tom. Too soon.
Yeah,
I
know. He was being real about it. I feel like we
happened?
can.
What happened? I didn't even know the story.
It wasn't like
it was an electrotherapy thing, right?
It was like he felt something in his heart, and they said it's off a little bit. And they fucking shocked him back into rhythm. And as long as he was good, but it is something that now, he's got to monitor for the rest of his fucking life, So
damn,
that's a bummer. But there was no reason for him not to play. Basically, the doctors were like, "Look, it's gonna be like this regardless. As long as you feel good, you're good to play."
Atrial fibrillation.
Yep.
It's like a heart murmur, or your heart's skipping a beat.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
and nuts. Basically that's what you get for pacemakers for. Because then it reads your heart going out of rhythm and it shocks you and it gives you back.
Keeps you back. Yep.
John is our resident medical advisor here on the Gap podcast as well.
True.
Alrighty, boys. John, looks like you got one more stud that you wanted to talk about, and then we will head on over to the duds.
Dude, vintage Mike Evans game, huh? That was fun to watch.
Dude, crazy.
It got to a point where it was like, I feel like Brady and the offense kind of figured out, they're like, hey, targeting other people doesn't work. Let's go to Mike Evans. Let's make him the focal point.
Fuck Russell Gage. Cole Beasley. Fuck Cole Beasley, dude. Stop throwing to these squeebs, dude. You have potentially one of the best wide receivers in the league. I think we can all agree. When Mike Evans is on, he's fucking on. So, and he's best friends with Tom Brady. Mike Evans also gives the ball to a fan every time he scores a touchdown.
Defends his quarterback.
Defends his quarterback.
Beast.
I'm just saying, man.
He's calling him a lazy slob. Wrong. Just because he burned you 1 year in fantasy doesn't mean he's a lazy slob, all right?
Mike Evans. Thank heaven for Mike Evans.
Hey.
Amen, brother.
Dude, you got 10 targets, 8 receptions, 80 yards, 2 tuds. Come on. Guy had a vintage game. And I think that they need to realize that they need to go to that guy more.
I mean, they were down most of the game. They had 6 total rushing attempts in the game. That's crazy.
It's their offensive line. If we're going to talk about this game really quick here, the Chiefs and the Bucks, that offensive line is busted, and we knew it from like when their starters started dying, not dying. They were out for season early on. They were out for season very early on in preseason, and we knew Tom Brady was going to struggle because that was like that the center that came back, Jensen. I think that was one of the only reasons he came back. Was just because he had these offensive line guys returning, and then they all got hurt, and so Tom's got a lot of things going on right now, but I think ultimately, you know what Giselle's cursing? I think it's his offensive line. That's what really I think is struggling. And that's why they can't run the ball.
Giselle loved Tom too much to directly curse Tom, but could curse a piece of the team that would influence whether he did well or not. So that's actually Fivehead from Giselle, who we have confirmed through our chat resources that is a witch.
She's a witch.
Yeah, Fivehead witch. It's a witch.
It's a witch. That doesn't sound right. A witch.
We'll find it somewhere. All right, now let's cover some duds, boys. Some guys that
awful. No, it's already awful.
All right, I'm going to start out the dud section with a guy that I have in fantasy, and I just finally felt comfortable starting him. I started him last week, and it was great. Had back-to-back 100-yard weeks this week. 1 reception, 9 yards on 4 targets. Yes, I'm talking about Amari Cooper. Tough game for Amari Cooper and the Browns. Obviously, they played the Falcons. You thought it was going to be an incredible matchup. You thought he was going to go out there and get another 100 yards. Nothing. They could not get anything really going on the offensive, mostly just on the passing side of the ball.
Would you say that maybe Amari Cooper, that was more of a flash in the pan? And maybe you should have traded him while you could.
Yes.
Do my Brian Windhorst.
Yeah. What's going on in Cleveland?
What's going on? Maybe Jacoby Brissett, not that good.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened, but one of my buddies turned Tom Brady and Amari Cooper into Patrick Mahomes. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what kind of fantasy league he plays in, but I think that was.
I'll have what she said.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you. Sign me up.
We need more guys like that in our league who are just like, sure, that's what I said. That sounds like a great trade.
How many in your league, and how many units y'all play for? Because I want a spot.
I'm in. I got a tenner on it right here. So yeah, tough game for Amari Cooper. It was just Njoku, Donovan Peoples-Jones had a decent game, over 70 yards, but everybody else pretty abysmal on the receiving end. So hopefully they can turn it back around. They have I believe it's who are they playing? I just had it up. Oh, they're playing the Patriots this week. Patriots-Browns could be another fun game, another toss-up. But Patriots defense, decent, I would say. Held it down in Lambeau. Gave away, 27? But still, it's pretty good for a blow-up offense. Paradigms, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome back. We appreciate you.
Get your picks in, Paradigms.
Get your picks in. Yeah, get your picks in.
You missed a couple weeks. Get your picks in.
Don't forget. All right, who you guys got for duds?
I'll go. And it's a love-hate relationship with this man. Goddamn Carson Wentz, who I hate, obviously, for obvious reasons, even though I have a shirt with his name on it in my room. But he had that great first game, and I just fucking hate that they can't get this together. And I'm more so for both of my duds. I have McLaurin. I got a couple of shares, McLaurin. And goddamn Carson Wentz is fucking torpedoing his value so many fucking times. He's not looking at his best wide receiver. And obviously they played against the Cowboys, which you all know I did not expect Carson Wentz to have a good game. And I think there are brighter days ahead for the Commanders, offense at least. But goddamn Carson Wentz, just throw it to your best fucking player. What's so hard about that? McLaurin's the best guy. Throw it to him.
Well, I feel like you said this last time though, Tom, is that this dude just takes some like hero sacks that shouldn't happen. He tries to extend plays and do some things that. So is Terry not getting open? Are they not on the same page when Carson's trying to scramble around and make these hero, unnecessary plays? I don't know either, but I think at the end of the day, I think all roads point to Carson Wentz's tanking his value.
And I think Ron Rivera is super on the hot seat right now. I think if this offense, it literally, like I said, I've got a lot of shares. The schedule gets a lot better, and we might in 3 weeks might be saying, oh, Carson Wentz, McLaurin, Gibson, they're all looking better. They did just play against 2 great defenses, the Eagles and the Cowboys. Like, that's no doubt. You can make argument top 5 in the league. So, but still, get the man the ball. Carson Wentz, you fuck.
It seems like Jahan Dotson is kind of the guy.
Jahan Dotson is now hurt too, so he's gonna be out for at least a week or two. So McLaurin, dude, if it's not now, it's gonna be fucking never. So Also, shout out Paradigms. He beat me. It was less than 1 point. I needed to score, or he needed to score less than 7 points, and he had the kicker for the Rams. And of course, the Niners stopped all the Rams drives, so the kicker won. Great job, Paradigms. I called it out. You can log off now.
Unrequested. I beat Matt by 0.5 this week. I was hoping he was going to be on talking about it, but
beat him so good he didn't even show up to the pod.
I had a bad beat that felt good. I was going against Niners defense. I was up by, I think, like 9, maybe 10 points. And they fucking dominated that. That pick six absolutely murdered me. So it was like, I was so happy that they're winning. And then wait, fuck, I'm losing in fantasy now. And yeah, and I play the top scorer every single week in our league. So that's been a lot of fun too.
Super cursed.
I think I'm 5th in points scored, last in points against. So yeah. Been a great luck run for me recently.
Sounds like the Lions.
My team's coming. Yeah, exactly. We're coming. Check in with me in December. We'll see how we're doing. I wanted to say,
get in, baby.
Producer's note, I was actually incorrect. The Browns are playing the Chargers next week. Patriots is week 6. So, all right, John, who you got for a dud?
I am gonna steal one of Matt's because I'm severely underprepared.
That is okay. You were at the beach, dude. You were living your best life on the beach.
You know what? I appreciate that. I was. But I wanted, to Tom's point, another team that's in shambles with a coach potentially on the hot seat. Baker Mayfield. What happened, man? What is happening? Somebody.
What's the deal? Yeah, is Baker that bad?
When you throw 197 yards and 2 interceptions, and when half of your production comes from your running back, in total yards and receiving yards, Christian McCaffrey had like 80 receiving yards or something like that.
And that's the right thing, right? But
I get that, but you need to be able to get the ball downfield. You can't just dump off and have Christian. I get it. Christian McCaffrey, freak athlete, makes it happen. But you have to be able to get the ball downfield. DJ Moore, who else? DJ Moore. Robbie Anderson. You're telling me you can't get Robbie Anderson down through the secondary? Yeah. Come on,
any of those guys, dude. Come on, just try. And I love what Matt put in here too. When your franchise is asking for Sam Darnold to get put back in, you're in a bad fucking way, dude.
Yeah,
it is tough.
Oof,
it's brutal that they're like clamoring to see what Darnold can do. Because he had some fun games with them last year. Remember the first 2 weeks he had 8 rushing touchdowns or some crazy number, and he was just dominating. So it's I understand where they're coming from, but yeah, abysmal. I mean, you look at the stat sheet for the receivers, top of the list, Christian McCaffrey, 9 receptions, 81 yards. He's just dumping it to CMC, which makes sense. DJ Moore finally had a serviceable fantasy game, 6 receptions, 50 yards. If you're in a full PPR league, that's definitely better than a non-PPR league, obviously, but I mean, it's just tough. And I don't know if you guys saw, did you see the video of DJ Moore before this week? Kind of talking a little bit of shit about Baker. He was
trying to dodge it. They were trying to get him to say some bad shit, but he couldn't stop himself from saying how he felt.
Yeah.
Well, you should be able to say how you feel, especially when your quarterback is Baker Mayfield, who in Cleveland was doing good things and came over to a team where we're like, cool. Now he's out of a tough situation. Obviously, all that drama that happened. And now he's with a at least semi-talented offense. I would say probably one of the top talented offenses. You have the positions.
Yep.
Especially when you have Christian McCaffrey. You have the guy. So for him to come in and do what he's doing, defense is probably also the issue. They're the 31st ranked defense in the league.
That's pretty fucked up. Yikes. Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Guess how many points they're allowing in the fourth quarter? Average.
20?
13.
No, 10.5.
Oh, still bad.
They're allowing 10.5 points. It's the worst in the league. It's the worst in the league in the fourth quarter. That's when it matters most, and they can't do it.
Was Baker only good because he had Kevin Stefanski as his head coach?
Maybe. It's probably a combination of you get a mediocre quarterback and a mediocre coach. Usually doesn't go very well.
So. Who's the Browns quarterback that sucked eggs and then ended up in the XFL? Fucking he played one and done.
Johnny? No, not
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
dude,
hell yeah.
That's fucking visual meme. Fucking Baker.
Now he's in the fan-controlled football league.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah, crazy.
He finally got off the drugs, I think.
Finally.
Probably not.
Probably, yeah. I think he actually was smoking weed. Or no, it was another guy. I remember that was fake news. that he was like smoking weed after throwing a touchdown, but it was another quarterback. Everybody was like, it's Johnny Manziel. It wasn't. But going back to this game, yeah, I mean, Panthers gave up 16 points in the fourth quarter to the Cardinals. Cardinals are also the best fourth quarter scoring team in the league. They just like don't do well, and then the fourth quarter, Kyler's like, all right, we gotta fucking win, and like goes turbo mode and starts running around everywhere. Also, I do want to say kudos to me. This was my mortal lock last week. So if you bet with me, you won with me. So way to go. I saw a lot of people on TikTok were like, this is the rat line. Don't bet Cardinals. Don't bet Cardinals. Well, you got fucked. Sorry. So listen to the A-Gap podcast. Don't listen to those tools on TikTok.
There we go, dude. I know what they're talking about.
Exactly. All right. My final stud of the week. It's kind of or dud, excuse me. I always fuck that up. It's kind of a combo dud. It's Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool. Obviously, yes, Mitchell Trubisky had a terrible game. I almost made him my dud. He obviously got replaced by Kenny Pickett, who threw 3 pickets. So it was just tough. Yeah, haha, didn't. But George Pickens, the receiver, had an insane game. So it seems like he's kind of the guy who's getting the good matchups. They're finding him open. I want to pull up his stats real quick. I think I almost put him as a stud. He had 6 receptions, 102 yards, no touchdowns, but great game for him. The Muth had a decent game. Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool just aren't really making it happen this year. And yes, they have mediocre quarterbacks. They could hopefully get better with Kenny Pickett, but it's just tough. It's tough going for them in Pittsburgh right now.
Don't see it. I feel like they should probably trade those guys away, start the full rebuild. But I don't know if Mike Tomlin is willing to do that with that defense. That when TJ Watt's on there, they're one of the better defenses. But without, they look like a mediocre to below mediocre team.
Yep. And Mike Fitzpatrick was a little beat up going to this game as well. So I'm sure he wasn't 100%, but did his best. So yeah, tough going for them in Pittsburgh. Tom, who you got for your final dud?
So I wrote Matt Ryan, but in reality, I'm just venting in this podcast. It's Michael Pittman not catching enough passes. And just the Colts offense, like it's all get on the hate train. Frank Reich, what the fuck you doing, man? Matt Ryan, get the ball to Pittman, get the ball to JT. Obviously, JT's hurt now, but I'm a little concerned going forward with that Colts offense. I may have placed a wager before hearing about what happened to JT. And so now I'm a little scared about Thursday night. We'll find out. But Pittman is your best receiver. Get him involved. That ain't enough. That ain't it, Matt Ryan. That ain't it. You're supposed to be the guy. And I feel like the Colts might look dramatically different. Maybe if this season continues the way it's going. New quarterback, new head coach, new general manager. Wouldn't be shocked. Jim Irsay does not fuck around. Those fucking Indianapolis fans love their Colts.
Yeah, that is very true. I mean, they played the Titans close, but
they beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, they can win some games, dude. Obviously, and Frank Reich has had moments, right? We all thought of him as a great head coach, right? Like, especially his first year. I just think that this is a slow death, and I'm a little worried. I think Matt Ryan might be washed, and this might be not the right move to go from fucking wash QB to wash QB to wash QB. Like, maybe they should try a full rebuild. So we'll see.
Well, in theory, Andrew Luck should still be their quarterback in theory, but didn't work out.
What's that alternative universe like? Yeah, dude, that timeline. That's the better timeline. I think world peace is going on in the timeline where Andrew Luck is still on the Colts.
It's probably a sick world. I want to live in it.
It's probably cool. But also, like, you kind of have to blame the defense a little bit here. Derrick Henry, 22 rushes, 114 yards and a touchdown. They just got absolutely tractor-seated, and he's back.
Yeah, dude.
He is fully back.
All the way
week
back.
3, week 4, crushing people. He's back. So I know it's hard to stop him, but like you can limit him to 60, 70, 80 yards and try and stop him in the red zone, but the Colts just couldn't get it done. So going for them.
Let's address the chat. We haven't talked about this.
Yeah.
Paradigm says, speaking QBs. Oh, wait, sorry, go ahead.
My final dud.
Oh, yeah, go. Sorry.
Yeah.
The NFL concussion protocol.
Yes.
Because how do you put a guy in position at the most pivotal point when you need them to produce and get it right to pull a player when it matters? And then now when you interview and review everything, you fire that guy because he couldn't do his job correctly. And then we get Tua on the field again, and we get this. So NFL concussion protocol, or individual who was hired for the, what are they calling it? It's the, what is that position called? It's a nerd like the. Oh shoot! I'm gonna
The
find
guy
it.
who's on the sideline who's supposed to pull people when they look like they
The
have concussion?
unaffiliated. What is it? Unaffiliated.
Unsolicited.
Okay, it's the UNC, unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant, and that individual was fired after they found some discrepancies in his findings with Tua when he allowed him to come back into the game.
The news I saw
Interesting.
today, Tua's going to get interviewed. They're going to do a whole interview process about what's going on and how that all went down. And I would guess if he's like any other NFL player, he's going to lie. Like a lot of lies.
Gotta save
to make
face,
sure-
right?
Yeah, to make sure his team looks good. And
Tom
he
calls
doesn't-
all NFL players liars.
liars.
Right here on A Gap Podcast.
Maybe I call everyone a liar. That might be the case. Yeah, but back to your question, I think Tua is going to play this season, but I think he might be out for a lengthy amount of time until literally the PR nightmare that was for the Dolphins kind of settles down.
And also, I want to say, if this didn't happen on a primetime national game, would it be as big of a story, do you think? Or the fact
Probably.
that everyone saw it, everyone saw the hands, everyone saw how terrible it was. It was the only thing happening Thursday night.
Well, it would have been all over Twitter anyway.
That's
like
true.
I don't think
Yeah,
because we're in a primetime game, it becomes more of a focal point. I think this becomes a focal point anyway. We saw the first one and how he went down. That was painful to watch.
Yeah.
Just
Stumbling,
him
dude,
getting
yeah.
up and stumbling and having to have his offensive lineman run over to then hold him up to get him off the field. And he sits there and he's shaking his head out, and you know something's wrong.
All the signs, right? We've all played. especially
it was
played
my
football,
back.
dude, yeah.
It was my back.
Such bull.
Not like
What?
that. Not when you're sitting there shaking your head like, "Ow, my
Yeah.
bell is rung."
So
And
was,
then the hands, dude. Oh my god.
and they just kept showing it. They just kept showing it, dude. It was terrible.
So I
so-
think no.
Go
Go
for it.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Is that UNC guy? Is he hired by the Dolphins, or is he hired by the NFL and then told to like be a member of the Dolphins sideline, basically?
My understanding is that he's hired by the NFL, is placed on the sideline as a non-affiliation. So meaning that this is somebody from outside of the area of both teams, does not have any kind of ties or fandom essentially
Okay.
to the teams is what they're trying to go for. Do we know how well that's vetted? Fuck if I know. They could just found the guy
there's like
who's
an app,
in Miami.
dude.
Yeah.
He's like he just shows up that day. It says I'm supposed to make sure NFL players don't get concussions today. Yeah. Where do I go? Where do I go?
Just picking guys up off of Craigslist, like, all right,
Yeah.
you're a doctor.
Trying to make
right?
$5,
get on
man.
in
All right,
here.
get me in here.
Well, it's like you guys know they have the spotters and everybody too in the crowd,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, the NFL at least is trying to put. But what I'm saying is, hiring this guy is why was he in a position to, like I said, safeguard these players and try and prevent this kind of thing from happening? And then now we're looking back on it and going, oh, okay, well, this guy was underqualified and didn't do the right thing when we needed him to, and now we're star player is now questionably forever fucked up because of literally two concussions in 5 days can kill you.
Yes.
Can kill you. So I don't know. I don't know why this is even a conversation. There's no way the NFL should be letting this happen.
All the safety nets failed. All the systems they said were in place failed.
Fail.
That's why they honestly someone had to get fired. That's the fucked up part. We'll see if it
Yeah.
actually changes anything, but knowing this news cycle, we're going to be 3 weeks from now and it's going to be moving it
Yeah.
on.
Very true. So yeah, Kevin Brubman in the chat said it's a consultant role, third-party processes in the players' union rules. Paradigm said, I saw the signs. I opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. Yeah. I mean, a little hot D spoiler here, so plug your ears. If you're looking at Rainier's kids, you know those aren't fucking Rainier's kids. Or they're not the kids of Lenore and Rainier. They're the kids
Dude,
of
spoiler alert.
I said spoiler alert. Plug your
Yeah,
ears.
and then briefly
I
went
pulled
in
them
there.
off.
Yeah.
You can see
you
their
done?
brown hair, you know.
Are you
All right,
done?
I'm done. You can put your headphones back on.
Sweet. And now
But
I
that
cannot
one
look
drag.
at,
No,
now
I'm
I can't
kidding.
look
I'm
at,
kidding.
now I can't look at chat for the rest of the night.
Yeah, no hot D
Alright.
spoilers in the chat. All right, sorry. I gave everybody enough time to pause or hit the little 15-second skip button. All
There
right.
you go.
I think that's it for studs and duds. There are a couple things in the chat that I wanted to address as well. Kevin asked us, honest question, do you think Mike Tomlin would survive a rebuild? Seems like they're really holding on to the winning season stat. He'd also get replaced if they went through a rebuild. What do you guys think?
I disagree.
I disagree. I think he'd
Yeah.
stick around, especially if there was a plan in place. That ownership has so much trust in him that as long as he's on board, as long as he doesn't want to leave for a rebuild, I think he'll be there.
3 coaches since like 1920 something, 40 something, who
Yeah.
knows? But that guy has always been touted as a player's coach, and there's no reason why you wouldn't want to have that guy in your locker room. So, yeah, I think as long as he's okay with the rebuild and is there of his own, like I'm involved, I want to be involved, then yeah, I think that he stays.
I think so as well. Yeah, I think they'll definitely survive it.
I
Kevin
got
also
one more
said,
side note when you're done.
yeah, I was gonna say Kevin also said a pretty funny joke. He said Tua's gonna get interviewed like Joe Rogan interviews a knockout in the ring.
Getting leaning down in there. What's the deal?
Yeah, that's good. Kevin,
I'll go
for it.
I just said I thought Antonio Brown was going to get arrested this week when I heard and saw the news, but then I found out that he was in Dubai, so there are no laws, I guess, in Dubai, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, no laws at all. No drinking
Yeah,
laws. No women having
But
rights laws.
That's the ironic part, right? Fucking, he's going to show his dick to fucking everyone, and he's fine. But then, you know, human rights are not allowed there.
I guess not. Yeah, it's fucking
It's a
ridiculous.
wild world. It's a wild world out there.
Alrighty, boys. Well, that wraps it up for Week 4 recap in Studs and Duds. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening. And in a day or two, for those of you that are here live, obviously, we're going to get into the pick'ems. But if you're listening to us, we appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you guys in a day or two with the pick'ems episode. And we will see you guys next Tuesday. So, love you guys. Bye. Bye.
All right, chat. Y'all better not be doing anything about Hot D.
And we're back. Yeah, no, there's no actual Hot D spoilers. That one what's the last episode you saw, John?
Whatever last Sunday was. I was camping.
Sunday. It's not a spoiler. It wasn't a spoiler past this for this episode. I was just
I haven't seen this
Colby,
episode.
I didn't want to ruin the audio podcast, but it says Matt on the screen for me.
Oh shit. Okay.
Meese called that out, but I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to ruin the vibes.
I did see that. So. I didn't see. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
It didn't really matter when we were doing audio, but the video, whatever, you know.
I thought I had the right one. That's my bad.
All right, I'll be right back.
I haven't seen like Sunday's episode.
Yeah, you're fine. The spoiler. What I said. I said that. I was like, if you look at Rhaenyra and Laenor's kids, you can tell that those aren't Laenor's kids. So you already know that. They have fucking They have fucking brown hair. Okay, I'm gonna also I think go grab a drink real quick, and then we will get into yeah, Kevin saying the dragons are
yeah, but like Kevin, where would I find that? Where would I find that? I mean, I don't know, but where would I find that?
A little Hot D Rule 34, dude.
Sign me up. Get me involved.
Picks or it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. What up, chat? Are we gonna chill solo for a second?
Yeah, chat? Dude. We're at the chat. This is always our little moment that we have together without the podcast listeners. So
all right.
Do what
I will watch the chat and I will try and be as entertaining as I possibly can.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go get like a glass of wine. I'll be right back.
A glass of Chardonnay. Links offline, Kevin. Kevin, just post them in the chat. We're trying to get this thing taken off. You know what I mean? All publicity is good publicity. At least that's what my manager tells me. Oh, you can't hold those things back from the community is all I'm saying. What up, Drewski? Do we have any hockey fans in the chat? I was going to try and do the classic hijack the conversation for hockey, but I didn't. Yeah, there you go. Hey, chat, if you're not a part of it yet, hit up our Discord. We have a cool little Discord. Community is pretty active over there. We do our pick'ems. We post, good links. Let me see if I can get that link actually right now. Nope, it's gonna update. I am not gonna do that right now. Like, okay, we saved it. Yeah. Also, if you need a good Twitter laugh, Kevin Brobin is definitely it. Go give that man a follow. Yeah, again, Kevin, all signs are kind of pointing towards, Matt didn't want to be here because he was just so embarrassed by the half a point loss that he had to me this week. You could see it in his eyes when he talked to me that he was just a little bit, it was there. We saw it. That's the best play to see tweets. Also, I took the beard all the way down, and I have yet to get one compliment from the boys. And I just don't know if I'm not shaving this beard for the boys, then who am I shaving it for? It's just a travesty. I'm not hurt. I'm just disappointed. You know what I mean? That's all right. Chat, don't tell him. Don't tell him what's going on. Don't tell him. Oh, what's up, dude?
What's up, boys? Yeah, Kevin, send us some Rule 34 in the Discord, dude.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
You like my tweet, Tom? That thing was in the judge tweet. Kevin read that out to us. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should all go follow Kevin Brobin on Twitter. He's quite the funny guy. All right.
Funny guy.
Boys.
Are we ready to talk hockey? Sharks hockey, huh?
Ooh. I'm down. Let's do hot picks, and then at the end, let's just do like a chat about, because we want to talk a little bit about the Kings game. We can talk about a little hockey. Hot sauce is coming. You'll hear about it very shortly. Okay. You boys ready?
Yeah, let's hit it.
Let me pull the intro back up. I'm also going to replay the ad, as is tradition.
You know what? Actually, I didn't even think to mention this offline, but never mind. I'll save it.
Do it live.
Hey there, Jets quarter.
Oh. Did you guys hear the ad, you two, or no?
I didn't.
Okay. You guys should listen to it now, or I'll play it for you later. Okay. Let me get the intro pulled up. Let's see here. All right, chat. You know the rule. After the intro in the ad, when the video comes back on, you guys got to go crazy, because every time we go back to the intro, it like erases the chat history on screen. It's kind of a bummer.
It's Thursday morning.
Yeah, I know. Thursday morning. I guess, yeah, I should say Thursday morning rather than Thursday night. Let me change the title. Week 5 pick'ems. And I'm going to say Hot Sauce Gauntlet, but I have some bad news, everybody.
Well, that's what the people are here to see, the hot sauce.
I know. Sorry, don't leave us.
I might throw my hat in the ring to save my boy while he's drowning and do the hot sauce.
Gonna do it right now.
What? You're gonna you're gonna hit me. Okay.
Let's do it live on air, because that's gonna be the
great
case.
idea.
We got a new rule we're adding.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Well, then I would be doing it because I got second to last, I think.
No, it's all good. We'll do it live. I have an idea.
All right, boys. Here we go. We are.
Hey there, Jets quarterback Zach Wilson here. This offseason, I had to spend a lot more time with my girlfriend than I really wanted to. So naturally, I reached out to my family and some of my family's friends. The more I spent time with my mom's friends, the more I realized mature people have a lot more life experience. If you're going to be an NFL quarterback, that's one thing that you need a lot of. That's when I decided to open a camp for like-minded young men to find themselves more life experience and how to figure out for themselves what older people truly have to offer. We've hired some of my mom's friends as well as some local New York housewives to teach and train you anything and everything you've ever wanted to learn. And this summer, we're going to be joined by a special guest. That's right, the one and only Tampa Bay housewife, Gisele Bündchen. Our dedicated 3-week program is guaranteed to leave you satisfied and feeling like you've gained 20 years of experience. Visit CougarCamp.com to gain your life experience today. And as a special offer, use code HOMIEHOPPER to gain 1 week of your stay free. And hell, I'll even throw in a free private study session for you and your mentors. What are you waiting for? Your parents will be so proud of the man you've become and the life experience that you will gain at Zach Wilson's Cougar Camp. Once again, use code HOMIEHOPPER to get your free week and exclusive study session today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the A-Gap Podcast. And now, your host, Colby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the A-Gap Podcast. It is a good Thursday morning. It is October 6th. And boys, do we have a hell of a slate to pick this week. Let's go, baby. How you guys feeling about the week? Did you take a look? Did you make your picks? Tom, you're on mute. John did.
Man,
Damn it. Yeah, I put a couple of units down, let's just say, a couple of units, nothing crazy though, dude. But yeah, I like some of these lines. I'm kind of a fan of some of these underdog, not to win, but to cover just a little bit.
I agree with you. There's a lot of lines that are large right now. And I think there's a lot of underdog covers. There's a lot of teams that I think should be getting more points that I think will cover. So it's going to be a very, very interesting slate. Chat, you guys are awesome. Good Thursday morning to all of you. And for those of you that listened to last episode, you heard that Matt is not going to be joining us tonight. So just stay tuned. His voice will be back soon. And then also we might have a little shakeup in the pick'ems, but before we get into all the hot sauce drama, let's hit the standings. We're going to hit the standings. So we're going to go into the leaderboard right now. Also, great job. We've already got 9 out of 17 people put their picks in by Tuesday. Way to go, chat. Let's go. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. Well done. Okay, so here we go. Week 4 results. In first place, all by himself this week, went 14-2, is Freeds. Well done, Freeds. Well done, well done, well done. What a week for. He was like 10-0 after the first slate, and then I think he lost. I don't know if it was the Packers game, but there was a game that went late that he lost. So well done on the picks there, Freeds. And in second place, we have a three-way tie, between Tom Time. Well done, Tom. Connor McCann. Well done, Connor, field reporter. And the Spivey Special Podcast, making a bit of a comeback this week. You guys all went 12-4. So well done, well done. In fifth place, we have a 4-way tie between Herlihy, Chef Swag, A. Russ, and John. So well done, lads. All 11-5. Good week. Good week.
I will say Herlihy and Chef again.
Absolutely. It was a great week by everybody. You'll hear who got last and how it went. But in ninth place, we have a 2-way tie between Young Lunk and myself. We went 10-6. So decent week for us. Still over 500. And in 11th place by himself, we have none other than Matt Furness. So sorry, Matt. You did get last place. You were 9-7. And then in last place out of the pod, in 12th place, we had Para at 8-8. So even like last place going 500, good job, everybody. Honestly, round of applause for everybody.
Good week
you guys,
for everyone, yeah.
That's a great week for everybody. Good job. And now let's get into the overall standings. And I'm going to rapid fire these ones off because it's a long list. We got Chef Swag still in first place, 40-23. However, after Freed's great week, he's now in second place, only 2 games behind Chef Swag. Hurley and Tom are also tied in second at 38-25. So Tom, you are crushing this year.
I hate hot sauce.
I hope you lose once. in fifth place, we have Connor McCann at 37-26. John, you are in sixth place at 35-28. Tied in seventh place, we have myself and Matt. So yes, I understand there's a tie in last place for the podcast. We're still figuring out what we're going to do for the season ending punishment. So stay tuned for that.
Get in the Discord.
Yeah, hop in the Discord. Give us some suggestions. We don't want to do hot sauce, so like something other than hot sauce, because it's like you can only do that bit 17 times, and it kind of we need something a little stronger, I think, after that. So in ninth place, we have Spivey Special 27-20. 10th place, Kevin Brobin at 22-25. 11th place, BMAC at 18-13. 11th place, Young Lunk 18-13. 13th place, Para 15-17. 14th place, A Russ 11-5. Will Colligan 9-6. Get your fucking picks in, Will. Gravis Treen 16th, 8-7. Also get your fucking picks in, Travis. And Super Mario in last place at 5-11. So those are the standings going into week 5. So as you guys heard, yes, Matt did get last place this week. So he was going to do the hot sauce. Woke up feeling like shit today. So get better, dude. We love you. Hydrate, stay home, hang out and relax. But for those of you that were here with us live, there was a little, maybe a Hunger Games moment going on. John, talk us through what is going through your head right now.
I'm upset at my performance with the hot sauce last time, honestly. So I've been looking for my shot at redemption ever since week 1.
Wow.
I know
Man of
that
the people.
The intent is to lose, to do the hot sauce, and no one here has any intentions of winnings, but sometimes somebody lays out a path in front of you, and you might have to take it. Because I know the people came here for hot sauce, and so I think it might have to be myself jumping on this grenade.
Wow.
Can I have the baton? Can I have the baton really quick? All right, what this will do, if John takes the bullet for Matt, the next time John loses, Matt has to take the bullet for John.
So, okay, so then Matt will not be doing it next week. Is that the trade?
I think that's the trade, and then John has one get out of jail free card for any week that Matt, without his consent,
yeah, I'm like, should we call him real quick?
Nah, he'll be down. He'll be down. If John's doing it on stream and he doesn't have to do it next week because of that, I think it's only fair that Matt takes whatever. If John's next bad week, it's Matt. That seems fair.
And Matt he might not even get that one. I might take that one too, depending on tonight's performance. So I'm gonna go get my sauce.
Right.
I'm doing this.
All right, we have a volunteer for tribute or by tribute, whatever the fuck that quote is. John is going to do the fucking sauce. That's crazy, man. You know what? Man of the people. Dude, everybody
seriously.
Claps in the chat. John, what a fucking guy. That is insane. So that's nuts. I'm interested to see. Matt will probably take the deal because it's not like John is going to tank. Like, we all have season-long standings. We all want to continue to do good as the season goes on. So it's not like John's going to fuck over Matt and just lose one week. So
yep. Get out of jail free card the way I'm seeing it, you know?
This is awesome. So, boys, what you came here for is going to happen. A true man of the people. He's a true entertainer.
Love it. Absolutely, man.
And also
all praise.
All the praise. And hey, you know what? We're going to give him a little selfless plug here. Shameless plug. Go listen to Bad Mother Nature on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Follow them on Instagram at Bad Mother Nature. They're an incredible band. John is their badass drummer. He is a true entertainer, a man of the people. So go stream their music. They're fucking awesome. do what you can to support the boys. They're our intro song. They're the song we play before the stream goes live. So you guys are already familiar with their music. If you like it, please go share it. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell everybody, brothers and sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Have them go listen to Bad Mother Nature.
Okay, here we go.
Shit's about
All right.
to pop off.
All right, John, do you have any suppressants? Because I know it was a bit of a dramatic ending to the show last week. So are you going to be using anything to help you out with the sauce tonight?
PEDs.
No, he is not.
Nothing.
He is
John
not.
doesn't give a shit. He doesn't
What
give a shit, guys.
a monster.
You log out now. You are about to miss out on some shit, dude. This is a raw dog in this hot sauce, dude. Yikes.
So I do have the applicator, a small piece of a bagel that I will be using
Oh.
to
It's
get
okay.
the majority of this sauce out, because the
I like
last
that,
2
yeah.
times we have all had trouble getting the sauce out of the little tiny teaspoon.
I
So
like that. I like that.
So
Are you gonna do Matt's
you
picks,
guys-
Colby? Let's make this.
Yeah, I have.
decision
I
right now.
have. I'm gonna double check.
let me know when y'all are ready.
I'm gonna go 1 for 1. I honestly think Matt and I have the exact same picks. Let me double check real quick. Okay, no, he has a couple different. So yeah, I will read Matt's picks along with mine as well.
Cool.
Let me turn off my low power mode. Turn off low
All right.
power mode, Siri. There we go. Now my screen will stay on forever. All right, John, give us a thumbs up when you're ready to rock, and we will get this show on.
And
the
he'll go
road.
last in the roto. Just
I'm
Correct.
just gonna throw it down. So
Let's
I'm going
do it,
last,
John.
right?
You're
All
gonna
right.
go last.
Let's hear it in the chat. Come on, pump them up. Let's go, everybody. Woo!
Let's go.
He's pouring it
Let's
out. I
go,
can
John.
smell it from here.
Done.
All right, ready?
Oh, done.
I'll see you. I'll see you boys on the other side.
See you on the other side, brother. Love you.
Damn, he's such a fucking hero.
Ow! All right. Our first game of the Pick'em is going to be the Giants taking on the Packers in Lambeau Field. The Giants are going to get 9.5 points on the road. Their money line is going to be plus 290. The over-under is set at 41.
You got to go back and do it again. The
We didn't do
Thursday night
Thursday.
game.
Oh, we can do. All right, we'll do Thursday. Excuse me.
I
All
just
right,
want to bask.
it's gonna
in
be
it.
Yeah.
bask in it, baby. All right, fuck it. Just kidding. We're gonna do Colts versus the Broncos. The Colts are gonna get 3.5 points on the road, going to Mile High Stadium. Their money line is plus 155, and the over under is set at 43. Tom, who you got?
I am gonna take the Colts.
Wow.
And I picked them when this line was a lot smaller when I originally decided to take the Colts, but I am not a man to go back on my word. So give me the Colts to find a way against them sorry ass Broncos, and Pittman gets the end zone twice. Give me them Colts.
Wow, bold. All right, I'm gonna completely fade that pick, and I'm gonna go with the Denver Broncos. I think they're gonna maybe get it figured out. They looked semi-decent last week. The Colts are kind of abysmal. They're like hot and cold. I feel like they're gonna stay a little cold, so I like Denver at home. And Matt is gonna ride with me as well. Matt will also be taking the Broncos. John, you look like you're doing a little better this time. Who you got?
Broncos country.
Broncos.
Let's ride.
Let's baby. Fuck yeah, let's ride. All right, Tom, you are riding solo here
Let's do
with
it.
the Colts. All right, next game. Now we're going to be talking about I typed the wrong one. We're going to go Giants versus the Packers in Lambeau. Once again, Giants going to be getting 9.5 on the road. The Packers, obviously minus 9.5. Giants money line is plus 290, over under at 41. Tom, who you got?
Give me the Packers. I think the G-men have definitely looking frisky, but I think the Packers are just the better team overall, and they will score more points, which is all that matters from what I hear.
That is fair. I am also going to be taking the Packers. They looked pretty damn good last week. Obviously, it was against the Patriots, but Patriots have a great defense. The Giants, not so much. I think Packers get the win at home, and Matt is going to be riding the same way. John, you going to be bold?
No, not at all.
Hey, you're being bold enough tonight, my guy. So
Packers.
that is an A-gap sweep for the Packers at home. Doesn't surprise too many people. Giants might finally meet their maker. All right, next game we got Falcons versus the Bucks. Falcons are going to get 9 points on the road. Another massive spread. Money line is plus 350. Over under is set at 48. 8. Tom, who you got?
I really want my frisky Falcons to find a way against Tom Brady and the cursed offensive line, but I gotta take the Bucks. I think they're gonna bounce back. Their offense start figuring out late in that game, and I think the Falcons aren't that good. So give me the Bucks.
All right,
Unfortunately,
deal. I'm also gonna be taking the Bucks. I know Tom Brady and Giselle are having their differences, but it's football. It's Tom Brady. Hard to bet against him. Hard to take Mariota against them. I do want to take Atlanta so bad, but I'm taking the Bucks. Matt is also riding with the Bucks. John?
Yeah, Tom Brady broke the curse, the witch's curse. He drank the witch's brew. He did other witchly things. Go Tom.
Go Tom. He got enough Botox to just negate all of the witchy spells going on. Oh, that burp sounded hot. All right, next game. We have... I will say you're doing better, bub. Keep with it.
Dude, you're
got this.
killing it,
You
man.
got
Yeah,
this,
seriously.
dude.
Crying,
impressed.
and sweating my ass off.
That's okay.
Oh my god.
Those are very common side effects when you eat 329,000 Scoville units to the fucking dome.
That's
all
a lot
right.
of Scovilles.
That's a lot. Jalapeno 8,000. Next game, Bears versus the Vikings. This one's going to be taking place in Minnesota. The Bears are going to get 7 points on the road. The money line is plus 260. Over under is set at 44. Tom, who you got?
Vikings, dude. I just the Bears offense just doesn't look like they can figure it out. I feel like this is gonna be an A-gap sweep.
Yeah, if it's an A-gap sweep, let's just all do it together. Hands wide. 1, 2, 3. Skol! We're all
There
taking
it
the
is.
Vikings. There it is. Easy, said and done. Bears offense, as Tom said, is just absolutely abysmal. So they're going to get walloped, I think. Vikings might cover, but you never know. It's the fucking Vikings. All right, next game, we have... My fucking computer is being stupid. Here we go. We have the Lions versus the Patriots. The Lions are going to get 3 points on the road. Money line plus 135. The over-under is set at 46. Tom, who you got?
Oh man, it might be my week for the hot sauce here. Because give me the fucking Lions,
Let's
baby.
go, baby.
Let's go. I think they're gonna find a way. That defense is gonna sure things up. I think Mr. Zappy over there ain't gonna have another game like that. I think the Lions defense is gonna figure some shit out. Give me the Lions going away and finding a way to beat the Patriots.
I love that because I am also riding with the fucking Lions, dude.
Let's go.
Time. It's time. If it was Mac Jones, it'd be a little harder of a take, but Detroit's gonna get over the hump. They're gonna get a win on the road. And Matt is rocking with the Lions as well.
Holy shit,
Let's
John.
go, John.
A-gap
He's
sweep?
calling the sweep.
A-gap sweep?
We're all taking
On the underdog.
Lions, dude.
Hey, all right. Well, maybe
And
not
honestly,
enough.
hey, maybe throw a unit on that money line. They're getting points plus 135. Might be a little opportunity to have some fun.
Also, give me maybe the over. I don't know. Man. Just those lines. That Lions offense, I feel like is going to be popping off.
Yeah, plus 46. The only thing is you never know if the Patriots are going to score with the backup quarterback. You don't know.
I know.
It's
That's
tough.
true.
It's
The
tough.
Lions are the worst defense in the league. Just remember that.
That is true. That is
dude.
very, very, very true. All right, moving on. We have the Texans taking on the Jags down in Florida. The Texans are going to get 7 points on the road. Their money line is plus 260. Over under is set 44.5. Tom, who you got?
I'm going to take the Jags. This is one of those that I do feel like the Texans might cover. I think the Texans were frisky against the Chargers, even though it wasn't that as close as the score looked. But give me the Jags. I think they get right game. They're going home. It's a divisional game. Texans look bad. So give me the Jags.
Yep, I'm going to be riding with you on this one. Jags looked real frisky against the Eagles, even in the rain. I think they're going to be able to get it done at home. Danny P just has this team playing on another level. So I love it. Or Dougie P, excuse me, Dougie P. John, Matt is also going to be riding with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Sweet.
Yeah, I can't go against Jacksonville. As much as I love Houston, the Jags they're on to something right now. It hurts to talk.
I will say you look better. Kevin said you look like him after walking 2 flights of stairs. So I think that's a testament to your will. Yeah.
To be fair, his 2 flights of stairs are abnormally steep, and San Francisco should take a look at that.
We need to get the city inspector out there. It's a
We really do. We really do.
All right, moving on. We're going to go down to Cleveland, where we have the Chargers taking on the Browns. The Browns are going to get 3 points at home. The money line is plus 130 for the home team. Over under is set at 47.5. I could maybe make this one a little easy on us. Is anybody going to be taking the Browns? Wrong. Matt is taking the Browns in a crazy.
Matt's going against his MVP.
Crazy pick. He is going against his MVP pick. He is taking the Browns to win at home.
Taking too much Dayquil today.
The Chargers.
I don't know what's going on, man. He's fucking crazy, dude.
He's turned off the NyQuil or something because wow. And hey, if he proves us wrong, great pick,
dude,
Matty.
That's a big leg up in this.
Very,
100%.
very, very bold. So yeah, Matt's taking the Browns. We've all got the Chargers. All right,
good for
next.
him.
Yeah, way to go,
That's
Matty.
a spicy take.
Hey.
I know spice.
And I know spice.
All right, next game we got the Dolphins with Teddy Two Gloves taking on the Jets. Jets are going to get 3.5 at home. Money line plus 145. Over under is set at 44. Tom, who you got?
I'm taking the Dolphins, but it really feels like a fucking trap game with the way the Jets played last week. Zach Wilson. I don't know. It just, to me, it looks like Zach Wilson when he came back. Those highlights, like, did he put on some weight? Like, I don't know, did he get a little taller? I don't know. He just looked a lot more like a normal quarterback. But I'm still taking the Dolphins. They're just a better team overall, so they should find a way with a backup quarterback. But it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I am also going to be taking the Dolphins, but like you said, you nail on the head. It feels like a trap game. Honestly, betting-wise, Jets plus 3.5 doesn't seem like a bad take. The only thing, though, the only reason I am taking the Dolphins is the highlights for Zach Wilson looked great, but if you look at how he actually played, 18 of 36, 252, nice, 1 tutty, nice, 2 interceptions. Wasn't a great game for him, so I still think he's trying to figure it out. They might be dangerous in a week or two, but I just don't think, I think Teddy Two Gloves is too much of a veteran. He knows how to run his team. I think they're going to squeak out a victory, but it's going to be close. John, who you got?
Jets are bad at home. They've had a couple of like 15-point losses. And I don't think that it gets any easier against Miami, who is firing on all cylinders. So I'm taking Miami. I think you're right about a trap game, though. Braxton Berrios is underrated QB. All right. He's out here hitting dimes.
1 for 1, 4 yards, 1 tutty. Matt's also going to be taking the Fins, so that is another A-gap sweep. Quite a few of those this week because it's just there's a lot of big lines, a lot of potential underdogs here, but it's just when we're picking these games, it's hard to take an underdog straight up, I would say. So look at the lines, pick wisely.
Starting to coast, just a little more euphoria right now.
Nice.
My lips,
you're handling like
my
a
lips
champ,
are on
dude.
fire.
That's
yeah. But the euphoria is starting to kick in. My body is fighting itself, but
nice, dude.
Thank God I'm high doing it.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. You're getting a little fucking spice high, baby. All right, next game, also the biggest spread of the week. You have the Steelers going to get 14 points on the road against the Bills. Steelers money line is plus 575. Over under is set at 47. I'll make this one easy. Anybody going to take the Steelers here?
Doubt it.
Bueller. All right.
Even though plus 575, I'll throw $1 on it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You might make $58. Who cares? Have fun. Make a few units there, huh? Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Steelers plus 14.
There's no fucking way, though.
This is one that you might want to look at the under. The only thing is you just hope the Bills don't score 45 points because the Steelers are probably going to get a field goal, maybe a lucky touchdown. So that's the thing. They do kind of run up the score in Buffalo. That's what happened when they played the Titans, right? Everybody's like, oh, under game. Nope, it was over because the Bills scored 40-something points. So careful with it, but it's that classic high spread. Consider the under. All right, next game, we have the Seahawks taking on the Saints. The Seahawks are going to get 6 points on the road. Their money line is plus 195. Over under is going to be set at 46. Tom, who you got?
Dude, I'm shocked. I feel like the Seahawks, they're getting a little disrespected with that +6 against the Saints, dude. That seems wrong to me. So the underdogs continue. Give me the Hawks, dude. Give me the Hawks finding a way.
All right.
Finding a way against the Saints, who, I don't know, Dennis Allen is looking maybe like a one and done. Those Saints are pretty banged up, man. Andy Dalton looked like Andy Dalton. So if Jameis plays, he's gonna look like Jameis. So I just see the Seahawks as playing a lot better football right now. So give me the Hawks.
Yeah, I feel like Vegas thinks like Kamara's going to be back, Winston's going to be back. It seems like this is a massive spread. I'm also taking the Seahawks, surprisingly, here. I just think they're in a tough division. They've played a lot of tough opponents. They've kept their games relatively close. I mean, they figured out how to score against the Lions, which is a very easy defense to score on, but the Saints aren't much better defensively. Yeah, exactly. So I'm also going to be taking the Seahawks. Matt believes in the Saints. He's going to take the Saints at home against the Seahawks. I think he is just buying in on what Vegas is seeing. So it'll be interesting to see how that swings. John, what you got?
I think I don't know how much the London game is going to play into it, just as far as them coming back. But I'm also going Seahawks. I truly believe in Geno right now. He's got that offense firing right on all cylinders. So top 10 quarterback against a questionable defense and a questionable team spells good for the Hawks.
All right. 3-1 again. Matt taking some risky moves here, but it could pay off for him. We'll see how it goes. All right. Final game in the first slate of the day. We have the Titans taking on the Commanders in our nation's capital. The Commanders are going to get 2.5 points at home. Money line is plus 120. Over under is set at 42.5. Tom, who do you got?
Titans, baby. More accurately, I got Derrick Henry in that defense and that coaching staff. I just think the Commanders are in shambles. I do think they're going to have a bounce back offensive performance, but Derrick Henry's going to find a way. Expect the Commanders to be down early, so fantasy stats might be up. That's my hope. But give me the Titans. I think they're going to find a way, of course, to beat a pretty rough franchise right now in the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going Tennessee as well. Also, them only at minus 2.5 seems like a nice pick. I'm not going to make it a mortal lock, but a couple units here and there might be a good little pick to have them cover. Also, anything less than like 3 points, I'm always like, oh, that seems kind of interesting. So a lot of just touchdowns and field goals. That's all we're looking for. John, who you got?
Where are we? I'm sorry,
Tennessee, Washington, baby.
I feel like this is one of those like Carson Wentz trap games where we've been shitting on Carson Wentz for weeks, and he's going to come out and have a really good game at home. But I'm also going to go Tennessee because I cannot. What have I said for years? Never bet on Carson Wentz.
Never. We're all. It's going to be an A-gap sweep. Matt is taking the Titans as well. All right. First game of the second slate, and probably the most entertaining. We got the Niners taking on the Panthers. Niners are going to be down 7 points, meaning obviously Panthers get 7 points. Money line plus 235 for the Panthers. Over under is at 39. One of the lower ones throughout. That's actually the only over under spread in the 30s for the entire week. Obviously, the way the Niners defense is playing makes sense. So, Tom, what you got?
Well, I first want to apologize for my mistakes last week going against your team. Me and Colby went against the Niners, and
I'll say my piece.
So I'm taking the Niners, of course, to beat the Panthers. I never should have doubted them in the first place. Niners got the best defense in the league. Maybe the Eagles do, but whatever. Niners are a great team. They're going to whoop the shit out of the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, of course I'm taking the fucking Niners this week. The only reason I took the Rams last week is because every time I pick the Niners to lose, they win. So I'm taking it for the boys last week.
Why don't you pick them to lose this week?
Because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Your logic is not sound. Your logic is not sound.
My logic is only when they play the Rams. Only when they play the Rams. I'm telling you. Because I think last year I picked them twice. I think to lose to the Rams, and they won both times. And then I picked them obviously to win the NFC Championship because I wanted them to win. I always want them to win, but yeah, we all know how that went. So same old sorry ass Rams, says Kevin in the chat. Get them out of here. Absolutely. So long. All right. Next game in the second slate, we have the Cowboys taking on. Oh wait, sorry, John, I didn't ask you. Who are you going to be taking?
It's a cool.
I don't even have to ask.
You don't have to ask me.
Exactly. Niners all day. Matt obviously also taking the Niners. Under on this game probably going to hit, I would say, because
you think the under is going to hit.
I think the under is going to hit because the Panthers might not score a point in this game. The way that the Niners defense has been playing, the way Baker Mayfield's been playing, they might put Darnold in halfway through the game because they're going to look so bad. I just think it's I like the under here. I don't think the Niners are going to score 34 points, if I'm being honest. So
I won't have to.
I like the under here. So just throwing that out there.
Probably
But
can't.
I don't like betting against, or not against, but I don't like betting on my team games. It just feels like you put your heart into it, but take it with a grain of salt. I like the under.
Feels
All right, next game, Cowboys versus the Rams. The Cowboys are going to get 4.5 points on the road going to SoFi Stadium. Money line is plus 180 for them. Over under is 43.5. Tom, who you got?
This one's tough. I made my picks on Sunday night. And we're right now, this is the moment where I have to make this decision one way or the other. Fuck. I think I'm gonna land on the goddamn sorry ass Rams, dude. I just think they're a more talented team than the Cowboys. I think Cowboys defense, like I expect this to be a pretty low scoring affair, but I just think that Sean McVay ain't gonna lose 2 weeks in a row. This is in SoFi. I just give me the Rams, and maybe I just want the Cowboys to lose. This is like two of my least favorite franchises going against each other. So
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
It was a tough pick because when I picked the games today, and even I was looking at it, like the Rams just looked like dog shit last night. But it's because not last night, excuse me, on Monday, because it's Thursday for sure today. The Rams just look so bad, but I gotta go with the Rams here. Same reason you said. I think they're more talented. I don't think McVay is gonna lose 2 in a row. And their defense is good. It is good. It should be better than what it was on Monday, if I'm being honest. So I think they're going to find a way to hold the Cowboys down. They're probably going to rush the ball. It could be close. 4.5 seems like a very accurate spread for this game, but I'm taking the Rams at home. John?
Did everybody pick the Rams?
Yes.
Matt took the Rams.
Matt took the Rams.
Not this guy.
Oh shit! All right.
Hey, Cooper Rush is no joke. The guy knows how to run an offense, and that defense is top tier. Like we mentioned Micah earlier in the show, that he continues to get pressure, continues to make a case for Depoy, as I thought he would. So yeah, give me the Cowboys in LA. You know it's going to be close to a Cowboys home game too. There's going to be so many Dallas fans out there. So the stadium will be rocking, but not the way that the Rams want it to be.
All right. I like that bold pick. I really do. I think one of us needed to take the Cowboys here.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah.
It seemed very plausible. All right,
Same
boys.
Sorry ass Rams.
It's time for prime time. Oh, Sunday night. Oh, Sunday night. All right, Sunday night football. We're heading to Baltimore. We got the Bengals taking on the Ravens. This game is going to be incredible. Bengals are going to get 3 points on the road. Money line 145 for the Bengals. Over under 48.5. Tom, this might be the hardest one to pick all week. Who you got?
Give me the Ravens, baby.
Ooh.
Give me Lamar Jackson. I think the Bengals are serviceable now. They're not 0-2 anymore. They're coming back, but give me the Ravens to just score more points. Bengals defense is like, they're all right, but not against Lamar, dude. Lamar, no one's found a way to stop Lamar. So I think they score more points. I think you might see a couple turnovers from the Bengals offense that might tip the scales. It's going to be a real tight matchup, but give me the Ravens to find a way. They want to get a big win in prime time. I think Lamar's ready to go.
Hell yeah. I love it. I'm also going to be riding with the Ravens. They finally have J.K. Dobbins back. He had a good week last week. I think they're going to key in on Lamar, and it might be a sneaky Dobbins game. Not sure if I'm going to start him in fantasy yet, though. We'll see. But I like the Ravens at home. John, who you taking?
I'm also taking the Ravens. They're still the Ravens defense, and that is still the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line. So I think, like Tom said, they'll get pressure. They'll force a couple turnovers, and Lamar's going to have a get-right game.
I agree.
That's a rebuilt offensive line, though, guys. The Bengals are supposed to have a rebuilt offensive line. So
yeah, Joe Burrow has his personal protector now, right? Matt
exactly.
is also going to be riding with the Ravens. So that's an A-gap sweep for the Ravens, boys. Let's see what they can do at home against the Bengals. All right.
Kevin, to answer your question, no. Ravens defense is not that good.
It's not as sick as it is. That is fair. All right, boys. Time for Monday Night Football. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Ba-dam. Ba-dam. Brr, brr. we have the Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Raiders are going to get 7.5 points in Kansas City in Arrowhead against the Chiefs. Oh, I definitely spelled Chiefs wrong. And they will be, I can't figure this out. The money line for the Raiders is plus 270. Over under is 51.5. Tom, who you got?
I was pretty excited. I think I bet that the Raiders would win every week. I didn't bet, but I selected the Raiders to win every week, and they finally pulled it off last week, and I'm so happy. I think they're a sneaky best 1-3 team by a mile. But the Kansas City Chiefs could be literally the best team in the league, potentially, right there with the Eagles. So give me the Chiefs. This might be one of my fucking, there's a couple this week. My underdog cover. This might be another underdog cover right here. So I think the Raiders are gonna be a lot more frisky than the line suggests. But give me the Chiefs.
All right. Yeah, I'm also going to be riding with the Chiefs. They're a fucking wagon. I think it was just kind of a dud against the Colts. They easily should have won that game. It's not going to happen again. They're firing on all cylinders now. Chiefs, I think, by a mile. They're at home. Arrowhead's loud as fuck. Raiders had a great game last week, but they still look like they're kind of struggling offensively. So I just don't think they're going to be able to get it done against this Chiefs team. John, who you got?
I'm with y'all. It's just Chiefs at home against division rival on Monday night. This just does not spell good for Las Vegas. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
And that's going to be an A-gap sweep because Matt is also going to be taking the Chiefs. So there it is, boys.
Question in the chat.
Those were the pick'ems for NFL Week 5. And now, let's address the chat. We got a new message in the chat from Omasoka, who says, should I trade Mike Williams for Josh Jacobs? I need an RB2, and I have Keenan. I assume Keenan Allen.
Josh Jacobs is like a sell high right now, so that's my one concern. And Mike Williams kind of a buy low, even though he did have a bounce back game. I have a share of Josh Jacobs, and I think he's going to have a really good season. But Mike Williams, I think, has a potential higher ceiling. There's all this rumors about Josh Jacobs getting taken over by other running backs, but I think this week we found out that should not be true. But if you're in need, it's not like you got some good wide receiver depth. I think Josh Jacobs is at a more valuable position as an RB2 than Mike Williams being a low-end RB2, if not a wide receiver 3, excuse me.
Yeah. The only thing is like these are both kind of sell highs in a way, right? Like Mike Williams has been performing because Keenan Allen has been out. If you already have Keenan Allen and you really need that RB2, it could be a good chance to sell Mike Williams high. So
and you want to split. You don't want to have two players on the same team. Like, I don't know. I don't love that.
Yeah, I think Josh Jacobs has been great. I think I think there's other running backs out there that you could get though that maybe are slightly higher tier. You just got to find the right person to trade, right? So
Josh Jacobs is expensive this week.
Yeah, exactly. Where you could go find, I mean, who's a dud that we had this week? We were talking about it earlier. Who, like an underperforming running back right now? Even like maybe Najee Harris, especially with Kenny Pickett coming in.
Dalvin Cook, if you can pull that off, even though those names
hard
alone,
to sell.
Those guys aren't selling, and that's the tough part. So
yeah, especially not for Mike Williams. But yeah, that's a tough one, man. I would say if you got Keenan Allen and you trust it, go for it. Why not? I mean, at the end of the day, if Josh Jacobs get hurt, you're a legend for making that trade. So I'd say go for it. Oh, there you go. Kevin Broman in the chat saying trade for Zeke Elliott. Same average, lower ceiling. Fair, but once again, could pop off. The only thing he just shares with Tony Pollard, right? That's the hardest part with Zeke right now.
Cowboys offense, you get a little concerned. I think NFL defense are going to start figuring it out. Cooper Rush can't be fucking 5-0. He's not.
All he knows how to do is win. That's all the man does.
I fucking love it. All right, let's see. I'm going to look at running back ranks actually real quick for you and see what we're looking at here. Pull this up. All right, we have, okay, I'm looking down maybe in like the 15 range.
Well, where's Mike Williams? If you're going to talk about a trade with Mike Williams,
all right,
he's got to be wide receiver. He's got to be like, let me guess right now. He's got to be like wide receiver like 23, wide receiver 28, something like that, dude, in that range.
17.
Holy shit. Damn, never mind. Don't
wide receiver me. 17. So that's what I'm saying. Let's go look and see what's around that area. So if we want to go look for a running back who is around, let's just see who the 17th ranked running back is right now. Jonathan Taylor, rip. Sorry, dude. Damian Harris, that might not be too bad to reach
I,
for.
I would rather. I
He's
keep
been
Mike Williams over Damian
consistent.
Harris. I
Yeah.
keep Mike Williams. Yep.
Joe Mixon, that could be maybe a good sell.
He's a buy low right
He's
now,
a
but
very
I don't
buy
really
low.
like him and fucking James Conner on the Cardinals. Like as much as they are buy lows, it's like they might just not be that good.
Yeah. Jeff Williams Jr. or Jeff Wilson Jr. Excuse me.
I think that one. he'll
AJ
be
Dillon,
solid.
we kind of talked about him last episode. Ramondre Stevenson looks like he could end up being the guy. He also has a great matchup against the Lions this week. If you want to pull that. But
I
then
think
also
Jamar Chase to the chat is going to have a good week this week. I think that Ravens defense is looking porous at times, so I think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout.
you could even.
I think you're wrong.
Oh, big under guy. Huh?
Yeah, I would say even maybe Leonard Fournette. He could be a kind of a buy low right now. He's had 2 bad weeks. I guess
Totally.
last week it was terrible rushing, but had the receiving touchdown that helped him out there.
Finally got a touchdown. It's just these teams that got Fournette, that got Connor, that got any of those guys. They drafted them so high, so it's so hard to pull. Even if the numbers, like you took the names away, the numbers match up with what your trade is. But believe me, I've been throwing a lot of bait out there for Najee, throwing a lot of bait out there for some of the other ones that just no one's taking it because they spent too much and they don't want to trade away their first round pick or second round pick for them.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, I would say there's plenty of options out there. Just shop the market, and if nobody else is biting, go for it. Josh Jacobs, I'd be down. I would take Josh Jacobs. He's the RB9 right now. So,
Yep.
I mean, if you have a guy willing to trade you Josh Jacobs right now for Mike Williams, I'd say go for it. Why not? But be cautious. It is a sell high. Alrighty, boys, that wraps up the NFL segment. I know we wanted to talk maybe about some other sports. What a concept. It's like it's not the NFL season around here.
Well, because what we could do is if we want to call that the episode, we can do some after hours with chat. And you can come hang out with us on Twitch, listeners, and come hang out for after hours.
Yeah, how about that, podcast listeners? Sorry, we love you, but if you want the true experience, come join us live on Twitch, on YouTube. We're here every Tuesday night. I know you think it's Thursday. It's not Thursday. We do both episodes on Tuesday night. So come join us on Twitch. Obviously, hop in the Discord, hop in Twitter, hop on everything, Instagram. Obviously, check us out, YouTube. We're on all the things. So, podcast listeners, we love you. We love you. We love you. We thank you guys for listening. And we will see you guys next Tuesday. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
We just sit here. All right. Podcast listeners are officially gone.
Dude, podcast is so hot right now. Did you see we're up 292% from the last 14 days on the podcast?
What?
Yeah, dude.
Maybe we shouldn't have just done that.
I know. I realized. I was like, let's see what the numbers are. Yeah, dude. Last week we had 9 and 9 for both episodes, dude. That's an increase.
Nah, they're here for football.
I also like our season picks episode. It has 22 listens by a mile. Our most popular episode.
That's because we had 67 downloads on October 2nd.
Oh,
I feel like sometimes we get hit with like a bunch of bots who just come in and we had 67 downloads Sunday, October 2nd, which was an NFL Sunday. Maybe people were just looking for a podcast to listen to. And then
they probably listened to it for a second, but
and then we had 36 downloads on Tuesday.
I wonder what our retention is. It can't be great right now.
Don't talk about this
today.
on the stream. This is a business meeting.
Now we're just with the chat, dude. It's just the chat.
They want to hear you talk about the other sports.
So let's talk about some.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Let's get some hockey hour, some unofficial hockey hour right now. That's what I want to hear.
Let's go.
Here, you want to start with hockey, or you boys were a little stoked on your Kongs? I'm stoked on the Warriors too, so I could fucks with a little NBA right now.
Ooh.
I mean, do we have the clip?
I think we have
Send
the clip
it.
still. Let's hit the NBA talk. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Talking basketball with the A-Gap.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
Wow, I haven't heard that in a long time. We're
so
back.
good, dude. Gets me fucking hyped.
Dude, I love it.
Hyped.
I love it. All right. Kings beat the Lakers by 30 points, 105-75 in Crypto.com Arena, formerly Staples Center.
So odd to say that, man.
Keegan,
it's so odd.
weird. It's so weird. Keegan Murray shines in this game. He had some incredible runs. There was a sequence where he inbounds the ball, runs down the court, gets open for a corner three, pops, drains it. Lakers inbound the ball, make one pass, intercepts it, runs down the floor, jams it. The kid just knows how to play basketball. And you watch what he did in the summer league. Now we're seeing him do the exact same thing, where he did it in the California Classic. He did it in summer league. Now he's doing it in preseason. He's just consistent, and he knows how to play the game of basketball so well. Has a great basketball mind. And even like his interviews are so funny. They asked him like, what was it like guarding LeBron? They're like, yeah, they told me I was going to be guarding LeBron, and so it was a cool opportunity. We went out there, and I just it was just a really cool opportunity to just play defense against one of the greatest players in the game.
6 field goal percentage, dude.
Yeah,
fucking let's go.
Just locked him down. I was like, yeah, it was a pretty cool experience.
My one main takeaway, if this lineup is what we're starting with for the season, that's a fucking nasty ass second unit. Fucking
Dude,
Rashawn Holmes, Keegan Murray, Davion, fucking Malik Monk.
Yeah,
dude. Who's the last one? I'm drawing a fucking blank. Who was our
TD? Terrence Davis?
No, he was playing in the third unit, dude. He was like anchor. He was like all the offense in the third unit.
It was
Murray, Holmes.
Yeah, I'm trying to go top down.
Davion, Malik.
Who was in that second unit? Why am I completely blanking on this?
Oh, Metu.
Oh, yeah, Mezzi. Yeah.
Yeah, so because I think Keegan was playing the 3 and Mezzi was playing in the fucking 4, which also is pretty fucking, dude, the lobs with Metu and Holmes on the floor.
Sick.
Dude, and then the spacing with Malik Monk, Davion, and Keegan Murray, like, and the defense that they play, like, I was like, this is a fucking nasty ass second unit if this is the case.
Also, I heard a really cool stat near the end of the game. Mike Brown played every single player on the team at least 6 minutes, and every single player except one scored. Great coaching for the preseason. Get everyone
Sam
reps.
Merrill.
Get everyone reps.
Yeah, dude. Who the fuck's that guy, dude? He even drained a 3 somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I was like, I was Googling the Kings like super deep players last night. I was like,
Dellavedova, dude, he got some reps in. Looked great on defense as always.
The guy that they got who was on the Nigerian team or whatever, they picked him up and he was playing in the third unit. He had like a nasty ass block at the end of near the end of the game.
Oh yeah, Keon Ellis looked great too. Keon Ellis looked incredible.
Dude, great defense. Yeah, it's deep. Yeah, dude. It looked way deeper than the Lakers. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's where obviously the game completely changed. Is at halftime we were down, what, like 4? Which is,
1.
hey.
Remember, we came back.
Down. Oh, that's right.
Aaron had that crazy sequence where he looked really good, and then we were only down by 1, I think, going into half. Something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, just watching our second unit come in and just dominate and see how much deeper we are than a quote-unquote contender in the Western Conference is huge. Because that's one thing the Kings have never had is depth. They've always just been like, all right, we have 4 decent players and then nobody on the bench. So
this is real next man up vibe too. That's what I love about the whole game. It was just like everyone's getting their work in, everyone knows the game plan, and I just love we saw each like kind of team, but I just love the idea of the different combinations they can think up with this squad to go against different teams in the NBA because it's deep, and some people need to get some minutes here. Then fucking Alex Len looked pretty fucking active on the boards. He was getting offensive rebound. Like, I don't know. The team looked good, man. I'm excited.
Oh, we're forgetting Trey Lyles. That's who was in the fucking second unit.
Trey Lyles.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. He was looking good too. I mean, he fucking plays some bully ball. So I'm on board.
Yeah, dude. I was pretty hyped watching. I was watching that. I had it on during Sunday Night Football during the Niners game. Then once that ended, I flipped over to the main TV. And then about like halftime, I actually turned it off at halftime to watch a show and like spend time with Camille because I was watching football all day. And then we actually went to that show last night. So, nice. Or not last night, on Sunday. So the game was last night. I'm tripping on my time. We were like watching a show and just hanging out.
2 hours into the pod, so it happens.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I was doing something else, and then I rewatched the second half today. It's like, holy shit, this team is good. Nice. So I was excited. John, what's going on? We
gotta go to the opener though.
Kings Pass. Kings Pass has the opener.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Kings fans should be stoked, dude. I'm glad to see you guys enjoying the way that Mike Brown's doing things right now. It's fun to
Thanks.
watch a fan base be fun or be excited about a new coach. And as a Warriors fan, loved the guy. So you guys are getting a gem, and I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it come to fruition. But yeah, dude, Warriors fans, a lot of hype in Warriors Town right now. James Wiseman has been playing at a high level this preseason. They just went to
Finally.
Japan and had 2 games against the Wizards. In his first game, he went 20-9. Had some absolutely nasty oops from Steph, which is just like exactly what
Future,
Warriors
dude.
fans wanted.
Yeah.
That's literally what we envisioned when we got the guy. Super athletic, 7'1", just offensive minded big man. But even some of the guys like Pat Baldwin came out, had a really good game as well. He's a rookie from this draft. And, you know, a lot of the repeat questions always stem about, can we be healthy? Can we be healthy? And that will reign true again this year. You know, Kevon Looney was banged up, but played 109 games. He was an absolute Iron Man for our team. Klay Thompson was obviously going to be questionable about the ACL and Achilles injury, but came in and stayed healthy. Steph will have at least a couple stretches where he has to miss a couple games, but he stayed healthy. So I think the Warriors got younger. It's going to be an interesting first part of the season, or it's going to be an interesting season, but I mean, hopes are still high. Can we
Why
do
not?
it? Can we do it? Of course we can, but will we? That's the question. And it's a lot of that hinges on health.
When's the first Warriors game in Sacramento? Because that's the tickets we need to buy.
Ooh, that's a good question.
That
I
would
do
be,
not know.
And then let's get field reporter Connor off the field and get him down there too. I think that would be and we'll get producer Kevin out of his fucking penthouse, and maybe we get the whole gang together. It'd be fun.
Hold on. I don't know if this is. Oh no, that's Kings at Warriors. My bad. So November 13th, the Warriors come to Sacramento.
What day of the week is that?
That would be Oh, it doesn't show me right there. I can get that to you. Hold on. Sure.
Sunday.
It's a little more doable.
Less doable for me.
No, you can do it, Tom. You can do it.
You can make it Sunday, dude. Come on.
In November. Y'all
It's
are
in.
funny.
You guys are funny.
Yeah, I'd love to go down to San Francisco for a game. I haven't been down there. They have
Okay.
October 23rd.
Yeah, October 23rd.
That's in San Fran?
Yeah.
I want to go
And
there.
then also November 7th. I think that was the Sunday though that you were talking about.
I'd probably rather go to
Oh, no,
Golden One because it's an
23rd.
arm and a leg at Chase.
That is true.
Arm, leg, firstborn child.
Oh, and then they play the
That's a
7th,
lot.
and then they play the 13th in Sacramento, which is another Sunday.
Yeah, dude, Ripperoni.
They only play 3
See you
times
guys-
this year.
I'll see you
That's
guys in
kinda
January,
surprising.
dude.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising. They only play 3 times this year. Oh, interesting. All right, you want to hit a little hockey hour? here?
Hockey. Yeah, tell me about the hockey.
Well, I just wanted to say mostly that it was sick to watch because the Sharks are in Europe right now because they're doing the NHL Euro series where they actually played. What was the team
Yeah,
name?
I was
The
wondering, where are they? Are they in Germany?
Yeah, they're in Germany. They played the Berlin Eisbären, which I don't know what that is, but it sounds like just
Eisbären.
sounds like a female ice witch. The Eisbären.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
For some reason, I just thought like of an oil baron, but they're ice. They're selling ice.
Oh, okay.
So maybe like a desert post-apocalyptic thing, and they
It's got
sell
to be
ice.
something like that.
Something like that.
But it was sick to watch, man, because it was obviously a lot of local love from Berlin for their team, and then it was a lot of NHL love. There was a lot of people with a lot of jerseys from all over the world, or not all over the world, all over the NHL. A lot of Sharks jerseys, which was very cool. And the stadium was never silent. It was like a soccer game. They were chanting the entire time. They were there was a section that was beating drums, and they were all leading chants, and it was sick. It was so I love it. The Sharks end up winning that game 3-1. Got some good production out of our goaltenders, James Reimer, Capo Kakkonen, 2 guys that question marks going into it, but they've seemed to have some pretty good preseason games.
It's a big question, and maybe give us the abbreviated version. But what are your prospects on this season?
As like young guys, or how are we going to do
in general? How do you think they're going to do?
It's a young team, man. A lot of guys on the top lines: William Eklund, Thomas Bordalo, who we drafted. There's a couple guys on the back end too that are question marks. We just got rid of Brent Burns, traded him away for some younger guys. The team it's a whole new look. Mike Greer, it's his first year as the GM. So this is going to be kind of his sending us into the new era. And so, but a lot of things to be hype about. William Eklund is a highly touted player that we drafted last year. We probably put him in the NHL a little too early, and he went back down and had some good production with the AHL affiliate San Jose Barracuda. But yeah, man, a lot to be excited about, and another game that we're just gonna have to go see. Gonna have to go catch a game at the Tank, baby.
Hell yeah, baby! Yeah, we gotta get down to the Tank this year. Those games are always so fun, man.
Dude, they are.
It's just, like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I feel
no, it's a great environment, man.
I almost like don't get into the season unless I go to a game, and then I'm like, fuck yeah, like now I'm all in. I'm gonna watch every night and like record every game and catch up on them. So
that's how it goes.
Hold me to it, dude, because I'm always like, I'm gonna try and watch every Sharks game, and then I just don't. So because then I'm watching Kings games
house.
And I'm trying to figure out Kings games, Sharks games when
I feel it.
They play on the same night, all that shit. So
absolutely. We'll get there.
Yeah,
boys.
Someday.
Little extra hours sports.
Yeah, a little extra hours sports talk.
Honestly, make that a whole other podcast.
I might just cut it. Yeah, I might just cut it and do a little 15, 20 minute like second sports.
King Sharks.
Yeah.
King Sharks, dude. Yeah, I'm down.
Why not?
Kings Dub Sharks.
Why not?
Why not? Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, chat. We love you guys. Once as always.
Stick around, chat, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Our loyal ass audience.
All night. We love you guys. You guys have been chatting all night long. Doesn't look like it on the screen right now, but you guys were fucking crushing all night.
You can get everyone in chat to go to a game. That'd be fucking sick.
Oh my god.
Most of them are local.
Most of them are local. Dude, A-Gap
meetup at the Kings game, dude. That'd be fucking
fuck yeah. That would be so fun. I'm all about that. All right. Well, we're gonna cut the stream.